All right, Froggy.
Hi.
How was it? How you're here? You're not dragging. You're actually somewhat on time. You're the only one in the studio thus far. There's no
Somewhat on time. What are you talking about? I'm always on time.
There's no Roxanne. There's no Fester. I didn't even get an email from Fester last night with any show prep. I don't even know if the guy's alive. Oh, my God.
Whoa.
What's
up, Kool-Aid?
Whoa, holy crap, man. You look like a giant red pitcher of Kool-Aid getting ready to bust through a wall. My God, what is that one?
That's what I was going for.
Holy hell on wheels, man.
Oh, man.
That is about the loudest, most obnoxious shirt that you've worn in a long time.
You know, I'm going to revert back to my more obnoxious attire.
Oh,
great.
Yes.
well, have at it, Home Slice.
I mean,
all right, so Froggy, how was it?
Oh, well, I got bad news.
I thought for sure you were going to call in sick today. I thought we were going to get a text, oh, I was up all night with a migraine, I got no sleep, or my kidney was punctured in some type of an industrial warehouse accident, or, yes. All right, so, well, hold on, by the way, folks, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Fester's wearing, if you watch MJ TV, you can see this.
Very nice
Dude,
Hawaiian shirt.
It makes you look 3 times larger than you are. I don't know what it is about this shirt, but it makes you look twice or 3 times bigger.
Thank you.
It has expanded you.
I appreciate that.
Leon is getting larger. I'm telling you, man, that I don't know if I can stare at that for 4 hours. That shirt is horrific.
Would you rather me go topless for 4 hours?
It is a bright red Hawaiian print.
Yes.
With all white flowers. So it's only white on red, and it's some kind of a luau tent that you wear.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's a lu. Hey, Andrew, do we have any Hawaiian music? Find me
some Don Ho.
Find me that. Da, 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 da. That's what I need. I need Hawaiian music.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Whoa. Hang on.
That's nice.
You know what? I kind of have.
I feel like I should be holding a big roasted pig.
Yeah,
a little ukulele.
And a poi, right? And I kind of have the da da da.
See my mind.
Yeah.
Can we at least have tiny bubbles?
When you think Hawaiian music, you think of da na 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 na. If you watch MJ TV, folks, well, you're seeing what I'm seeing right now, and this thing's just a disaster. All right, so Froggy is here on the MJ Morning Show on a brand new episode here on a Friday, the 29th of September. Froggy's here, but I thought for sure Froggy was going to call in sick because Froggy was going to Seinfeld, and that was last night at the Hard Rock, right?
Yes, it was.
So,
yeah.
hold on. Why did you just say you have bad news?
Well, I wasn't able to make it.
What?
I didn't go.
It's a big show. How do you?
Well, because I just got loaded with work, and you know how that goes, huh? Had to pass.
Hold on a minute.
Had some stuff pop up that I couldn't get around.
Wait a second.
Yes.
You were supposed to go with your wife, Kim, to see Seinfeld at the Hard Rock last night.
No, I wasn't going to go with her. I was going to go with a buddy. She didn't want to go. She doesn't like Seinfeld very much. Which is weird.
Hold on a sec.
This story's not making a...
It's not.
I didn't go because I was swamped with work, all right? Okay. Does that make sense to you?
Well, I'm sure Seinfeld was 8 o'clock last night? Did he have an opening? You don't even know.
I'm sure he didn't even hit the stage till like 10, probably. Just too late for me. Too much.
Well, who are you supposed to go with?
Just my buddy, John. Then I canceled.
Why do you have a new buddy? Every time you talk about a new buddy, there's a new name.
Because I have all kinds of friends.
Oh, you don't.
Listen, hold on. I'll tell you right now. Froggy, for an antisocial person, has more friends than anybody I know.
For an antisocial person?
Yeah.
That's crazy. What about Lou? What's going on with Big Lou?
Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too.
Oh, he's on medical marijuana as well?
He was on meds last night.
He's all medicated as well.
I see Lou a lot as well.
Now, did John go to Seinfeld?
No, neither of us went.
So there's 2 empty seats?
Yeah.
I'm sure this show was sold out, right?
I'm sure, except for 2 seats.
So what did you tell John? I'm sure John was excited to go to Seinfeld.
I mean, he was like, whatever, I don't care. You didn't really want to.
Does anyone know where the hell Roxanne is? She's not
But
taking.
she texted you.
Oh, I didn't see a text from
She's
her.
having kid issues.
She's having kidney issues? What kind of kidney issues is she having?
Kid.
Oh, she's having kid issues.
Just the beginning of the word kidney.
Yeah, some child rearing issues. sprung up.
Rearing.
You never heard that?
Is
Child
she?
rearing?
I didn't see my text yet. Is she coming in or not coming in or what's going on?
I don't know.
So at 5:09 this morning.
5:09.
Earlier than Roxanne normally texts us.
5:09. I figured she's still drooling on her pillow at 5:09.
She gives us this whole rundown of how she's having some issues with her kids.
That's an hour and 3 minutes ago.
And then she sends us a text at 5:29.
You know, these kids are really getting in the way of the show.
I tell you what, man.
These kids are real. You know, my kids never got in the way of the show the way that her kids get in the way of the show. I mean, Chloe and Julian, they never presented a problem and screwed with this broadcast.
Well,
I don't think your kids have ever, hosed up this show. Froggy, I don't think your kids have ever.
Oh, yeah. My kids will just hold this show in a second if they wanted to.
you give Luke.
Is she
this
coming
show?
in today?
I guess
Yeah,
so.
I'm sure she's just a little late. It's not a big deal.
Half an hour ago, she sent a text. I don't think I slept for even 5 minutes today.
Don't talk like that.
That's what it says verbatim.
No, but you're talking
You're
like
making fun of her voice.
Yeah, you're making like condescending
I
kind
can't
of.
talk on behalf of people without doing an impression of them.
Well, it's probably you can't speak on behalf of people. Probably
don't speak
the
on-
grammatical way to.
I don't speak on
properly
anybody's
put
behalf.
that. Yeah.
Hey guys,
It's like with Pat George. It drives me nuts. And traffic is doing good. I'm like, Pat, would you please say traffic is doing well?
Okay, so
instead of traffic is doing good.
Roxanne is listening right now, and she's getting salty on the text line. And
Oh,
I don't blame her.
She's
getting,
listening?
She's getting salty because she says, "I don't think I slept for 5 minutes. Today's going to be fun."
Wait a minute. Is this a new text or is this old?
This is the old one.
Okay. All right.
She says she hasn't slept much. She slept for maybe 5 minutes last night. Today's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm testing myself with good coffee and stopping at Dunkin' Donuts. Would anyone like anything this morning for breakfast? Donuts, coffee,
Wait,
breakfast
so
sandwiches, anything.
She's leisurely strolling in. She's making stops along the way.
I fully
Hey,
support.
Why don't you get your oil changed as well? Tell you, stop at Dunkin', get your oil changed.
What's that place on TV that changes your oil so fast you have to throw your coffee on yourself?
That is a dumb commercial.
I love them.
That's a dumb one. And then they got like a faked up car because they didn't want to show a real car brand. Did you see it? They've got a jimmied up BMW where they took all the BMW stuff off in that commercial. That's like take 10 or something, take 8.
So
Take 5.
then
There
she
you go.
comments, one comment.
Yeah.
Going back to how our children aren't necessarily issues in the morning, and your children never were.
Right.
She writes back, "'Cause you have a wife."
Oh, that's true.
C-U-Z, 'cause you have a wife. 'Cause.
All right, so I guess we'll see Roxanne when we see Roxanne. But Froggy, back to Seinfeld. Wasn't John disappointed that?
No, not at all.
Why didn't you give John the tickets and let John go to Seinfeld?
Yeah, he just didn't want to go by himself. That would be awkward.
Were these freebie seats that your wife got from her gig at the other radio company?
No, I paid for them. $500 each.
Oh, you did. You
Yes,
liar.
It's
sir.
a company deduction.
You
I was
liar.
hoping Kramer was going to open for him.
I know,
Right?
with all kinds of racist slurs and everything.
Oh, my God. Could you
Oh,
imagine?
my God. That's unbelievable. All right, folks, I'm excited. 8 o'clock this morning, Hal Herman is back with headlines here on the MJ Morning Show. Let's grab traffic at 6:09. We're just getting rolling. Busy Friday show on the MJ broadcast. Don't move. Here's Pat with traffic. I hope he does good. Morning show on Q105. So I guess we have some bad news. The television set in our studio, our monitor, where, we flip around, we keep some of the local news shows on, we keep like the national, Good Morning America, Today Show type, keep those on, just, to see if anything breaks. It's just it's another portal into what the hell's happening out there. And our TV in the studio went out about 2-3 days ago, and I've been waiting for engineering to fix it. And then Andrew just told me, Andrew, put your mic on in the producer's booth. Andrew, our producer, just told me that the TV is dead and that it needs to be replaced. So, Andrew, what did you hear?
I brought Max in. I had him look at the TV, and he said it is broken.
Right. So there's some kind of garble at the very top of the screen.
And it shuts off.
Yeah, well, it's a Vizio. Listen, I got to be honest. I know that, Vizio's a cheaper TV. I mean, that's how they kind of entered the market some years ago. All I know is that I have never had a Sony TV die on me. I got a TV that one of our Sonys we bought in 2015, and that has gotten ridiculous usage. And it still works perfectly. You spend a little more, get a little, more of a bigger brand, and, maybe they'll last. So how long is it going to take for us to get a new TV in the studio?
How long is it taking to get a new studio?
Yeah, 3 years. You know what? That really that pisses me off. When we first came back here, and this is a true story. When we first were approached to come back and relaunch the MJ Morning Show, I was told before we even signed the contract. So we're in discussions during the whole summer of 2020. We eventually come to an agreement. We sign a deal, and we bring the MJ Morning Show back on October 5th of 2020. And I was told, because I had pictures, because they wanted to keep under wraps. They didn't want me in the building, they just didn't want anything to leak out.
They didn't want you to see the building.
They sent me pictures of the studio, and they apologized. Well,
Yeah, Roxanne's right. They didn't want you to see this dump.
You're right.
Otherwise, you'd be like, you know what? No thanks.
You're right. They didn't want me to see this dump. But they did send me pictures of the studio from all angles, and they apologized. Hey, we know the studio is really terrible. We will rebuild a new studio for you. That's in the plans. Anyway, you'll be able to customize and have full say in what the morning show studio is going to look like. Here we are, folks, 3 years later, and nothing. Not a freaking thing. I've never seen things move this slow. You know what? I've never been lied to this much in my broadcast career either. So, 3 years later, we're still in the same pit with the 2006 equipment and furniture that CBS put in here back almost, what is that, 18 years ago, 17 years ago?
At least.
My God. I mean, this studio is almost 20 years old, and electronics-wise, it is going to die. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Just like the TV.
And, we could be just off the air at any point. Oh, God. Hey,
that's how it's going to sound.
That's
LOL.
So now the TV has died.
Right.
They not only did they promise us a new studio when we came in 2020, they've been promising every 3 months. Get with the corporate engineering team, and I have drawn diagrams. I've drawn my own schematics. I'm like a freaking architect by this point. I've spec'd everything out. And nothing, zero. So now our TV is busted. I don't know how long that's going to take to get fixed. Yes, Andrew.
When you had your meeting this week, did you bring up the studio?
Of course I did. So I had a management meeting for the early crowd that doesn't know this, and I mentioned this yesterday a little later in the show. I had a meeting on Wednesday at 10 a.m. with Ron DeCastro, our market manager, and Slick Rick, our operations manager, because they want to re-sign the show. So my contract expires at the end of the year. And last year, I only signed a 1-year extension. They wanted me to sign a multi-year deal, and I said, you know what? Let's just do the minimum. let's like TJ Maxx. You know,
I'll give you the max
For the
for the minimum.
so I decided 1 year extension. You know, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, do I kick the can down the road and maybe I'll just sign a 3 month extension this time?
Can you go month to month? Is that possible?
You know
What
what?
about like those hotels that have weekly rates?
Weekly rates.
Yeah.
I want to go week to week. I want to go day to day.
And it'll be perpetual show content. Will you resign or not?
So I had a decent meeting. They said they want to re-sign me. They want me to re-sign a contract. And they said, hey, what are you looking for? I'm like, it doesn't matter what I'm looking for. I've already told you for 3 years what I'm looking for, and nothing's happening. Zero. Zero zilch bupkis. I'm like, so I said to them, I said, hey, why don't you guys come back to me and tell me what you're looking for? Why don't you throw something in front of me? I want something binding in front of me. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a little more than minimum wage, number one, and I'm looking for this new studio, which I've been promised for 3 years. So that's where the hell we are. So little early morning behind the curtain here on the MJ Morning Show. And now our TV is busted. And you know what? I'm going to call Max, the engineer, later on. I'm going to call Max.
Max is a good guy.
Oh, Max is a great guy. I've got no issue. I think Max is handcuffed too at this place. Max is like, I think Max is in the new Saw 10 or Saw X, whatever. You know, he's chained to a radiator. He's got restraint devices with like mechanical robots that are about to drill his eyeball out. You know, I think Max he's got issues as well. You know, because he's got a difficult gig. So the TV is busted, and you know what we ought to do? We ought to launch a contest. How long before the TV in the MJ Morning Show studio is replaced?
No, we can't wait that long. It's important to us.
That's what we ought to do.
We rely on it every morning.
I'm going to go with Max right after the show. We're going to Walmart or Best Buy or Target, and we're going to buy a TV right after. Seriously, I'm going to call Max up right in the middle of the show today. I'm calling our engineer up, and I'm telling Max, hey, 10 o'clock, we're going to Target, Best Buy, whatever's the closest. And we're buying a new TV to put in the studio. So this could be an interesting phone call live later on. So Hal Herman's news is coming up this morning. Oh, the pizza guy. Yeah, you know, he fell asleep. He was waiting for me to call, and he dozed off. There is like breaking pizza news with this pizza dude in South Tampa, Sadie's Pizza, which I've become fond of. It's a great New York slice, and now I'm hearing he might be selling the place after 3 months because of some family issues. So he's going to join us, and the breaking news is he had his biggest lunch ever yesterday. He was slammed because of what I talked about yesterday. Sadie's Pizza in South Tampa. It's just below Kennedy on Dale Mabry. It's right where Batteries and More and Batteries Plus, that place. It's right next to that in that little shopping center. And he had the biggest lunch crowd ever. He said he was slammed because I was talking about, you know, things you love that just suddenly go poof and disappear. So I like that. You know, I've got a handful of pizza shops I like. I'm very critical. For me, there is much more bad pizza out there, or pizza that I just don't like than I do like. I really find like 3 or 4% of pizza acceptable as far as what my standards are, and I like his slice. And then I go in the other day, and he's like, yeah, we're going to list the place. I'm like, you've been open for 3 months! And he's having an issue with his brother and mother, who are partners, but with their two interests, they control the stock. So they can make the decisions. It's a crazy freaking story. So he is going to join us this morning, and we might have some Jerry Springer family drama from the pizza world on the show.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's
so
what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, maybe 7:45, 7:50 this morning. Then Hal Herman headlines. That comes up at 8 o'clock this morning. So I got the last rice cooker to give away from Zojirushi in the 9 o'clock hour. We've got the Cash Kitty coming up at 8 o'clock, so a lot of stuff on the way. Now, Roxanne, I need to find out about your delay. Your kids have problems, and we'll do morons in the news, folks, all next. Right here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. So that means we're back in mere minutes. 6:39. It is time for early morons in the news. Oh, we got to find out about Roxanne's kids first. And Fester, why do you have a schnit-eating grin?
No, I'm very excited today.
Why?
I'm so excited for Hal Herman headlines later today. I'm on pins and needles.
Me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's another edition. It's another installment coming up right around 8 o'clock of Hal Herman headlines here on the MJ Morning Show. So roughly 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock we'll give out the Cash Kitty code word for $1,000. And, that's very quick. I do that in, 15 seconds. And then another edition of Hal Herman headlines.
This was going to be juiced up.
Wait.
Lots of flair.
What do you mean it's going to be juiced up?
Well, in the last couple ones, it's just been Hal doing the news, the real news, because it's nothing but the real news. And that's it. But this time we have our little drops and our little, we have a news announcer.
Hal Herman's headlines, Tampa Bay's most trusted source for news. MSNBC has crabs. Hal Herman has the real news. Screw CNN. Hal Herman is the most trusted name in news. Fox News blows. For the facts, Hal Herman knows. Hal Herman headlines. Because facts matter. Hal Herman is on your side. Tampa Bay's news leader. Hal Herman headlines. More Americans get their news from Hal Herman than from any other source.
Oh my God. I'm vibrating over here after all that.
I tell you.
Hal's going to get a big head.
Wow. All right, so Hal Herman, 8 o'clock this morning. Man, this is a buildup, man, beyond belief. All right, before I get to early morons in the news, Roxanne, so what was the issue with your kids while you were 15 minutes late to the show today?
I have to preface everything with I haven't slept for maybe 5 minutes. So today's going to be a bit of an emotional roller coaster. You know how they take the Bachelorette contestants and they don't let them eat and they give them alcohol and then they're all emotional? That's what I feel like right now. There's no alcohol involved.
Why did you only sleep for 5 minutes?
so
you
this
know,
is-
your kids, I'm sure, wore themselves out. You go to sleep. They're not like a 6-month-old infant with colic or something. I mean, what
Okay, so
Go to bed, kids.
my kid got sick. She started sneezing like a little tiny bit last night. Usually, my kids get a fever first if
Oh
they're
my
going to get a fever.
God,
But there was no fever.
Probably
so
COVID.
No, it's like a cold. That's my point. She didn't even get a fever first. So this is not a big illness. This is just like congestion, right? So then she's trying to sleep and she poor thing can't breathe at all. So she's like this the entire night.
Oh.
And she's
that's
like
what I want to hear
crying
at
and
6:42 in the morning.
Yeah, it was going on all night. And so then I had to, she doesn't like pillows. I had to prop her up on my shoulder.
She doesn't like pillows?
No.
What kind of psychiatric problems is this?
She's 3. She's 3.
I don't like pillows.
No.
You got all kinds of issues. You gotta nip that in the bud.
Okay, so I had to. I was trying.
I don't like pillows. Why doesn't she like pillows?
I don't know, but I was like, Daviana, you need a pillow.
I never heard of anybody hating
She
pillows.
hates them. She hates pillows. She always and she
I
says,
hate the most comfortable invention ever.
What the hell?
No, I don't want my head comfortable at
I
all.
want to lay on a stone.
I'm Mike Lindell. She needs to try the My Pillow.
No.
Try the My Pillow.
So
I'll drop some off.
Drop off 100.
I'm going to drop off some My Pillow. All right, so what
Okay,
else?
so she was sleeping. I had to like prop her up on my shoulder. So all night. And then I'm trying to teach her. I'm like, Daviana, breathe through your mouth, girl. Breathe through your mouth. She's like, I can't. So I'd like try to pull her chin down. So I'm basically up the whole night
right,
trying
listen,
to help this girl breathe.
Well, listen, these kids are interfering with the show. It's time to give them up for
'cause
adoption.
I heard you say
What's that deal? Can you just drop kids off at a fire station?
I think so.
Yeah, right?
Great,
Yeah, they have that little thing, that thing
box.
you put them in, that
Yeah,
box.
one fire station has a box in the side of the firehouse. You just put the kid in the box.
I think several of them have
It's
the
like
box.
one of those. It's like at the doctor's office where you put the urine sample through the wall in the bathroom. You know what I'm talking about? There was like a fire station in Florida where there's like a library return box on the wall. You just put your kid in there.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
that's what we're
I'm not
gonna do.
returning my kids. You have a wife. That's why it's easy for you to move about town. Not to mention, I had to wait for my sister-in-law to get there this morning. 'Cause
You
Doug's
have a
out of town.
husband.
Yeah, he's out of town.
Well, you know what? Have you noticed he is out of town more? What does he
Well,
do?
this is he makes it work and golf together. He did like a work golf trip right now, and
He's
also
a builder. He's a
and
contractor, real estate
he's-
developer.
Yeah, he had to do some real estate.
No, but that's his real job.
Yeah,
and then
that's what he's doing on
it
the
seems
trip.
like he's got this golf gig going on just to get him out of town and get him away from you all the
He had to
time.
do some real estate. Yeah, exactly. He's just trying to get away from me.
Yeah,
but
he walked
Why
into
the hell did he get married?
he was like this before we got married. This
Well,
isn't a new thing.
you should have run.
This isn't.
Oh,
It's not like it's actually kind of good. It's like you get a break
Right.
from the person. I went on my girls' trip this weekend. He's like, I'm going to take a guy's trip. I was like, yeah, I know what that meant. So anyways,
for him.
long story. I had to wait for my sister-in-law to get here. So Daviana wakes up as I'm starting to get ready. She goes, "What are you doing? You're going to work. So she thought I was going to leave the house with no adult there. So she flipped out. So that's when I texted you guys at 5:09. I'm like, no, sweetie, your aunt is coming. Your aunt is coming. So it was like meltdown city. So then I said, I'm not going to pressure myself. I'm going to stay here, comfort my child. I'll get there when I get there. Yes. I got 4 able-bodied men. They will do the heavy lifting until I arrive.
Yeah, the show will go on, absolutely.
And then, you know what I said? I said, I'm going to stop at Dunkin' Donuts. And guess what?
Yeah.
I didn't even know today's National Coffee Day.
Oh.
You get a sandwich.
Oh, she brought a sandwich.
Oh, my God.
Wait a sec. It's National Coffee Day. You should
we get sandwiches?
You should be throwing.
No, they put 2 in
They're
mine.
supposed to be okay.
You should be throwing. You should be throwing cups of hot coffee at everyone, not Dunkin' sandwiches.
Okay, so that's my next thing, MJ. Today is National Coffee Day. What do you say you try some for the first time? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Not
Try
trying
it.
coffee.
Try it. Break your coffee virginity.
What?
What'd you say?
Pop your coffee cherry.
Hold on. Roxanne, what?
Break your coffee virginity.
Because I've never had a cup of coffee because I don't want a cup of coffee.
Just try it.
No, I'm not. I'm not drinking coffee.
I brought the guy some.
Let's make a movie with MJ, the 56-year-old coffee virgin.
My dad gave me coffee ice cream as a little kid, and I don't like the taste of coffee. I don't mind the smell.
I hate coffee ice cream, but I love coffee.
I've never had a cup of coffee, and it's not going to start right now. All right, early morons in the news. I might be only able to squeeze one in here. I might have to carry it over because Roxanne just monopolized the show with her kid problems.
That's how it goes.
All right, so I'm going to give you an audio daily double here, and I want you to tell me what this is. All right?
All right.
What is that?
My guess changed once I heard the car accident.
All right, so... What is that? What happened?
Somebody having like a little dashboard diner, maybe eating while they drive, and then they like choke like on like a ham sandwich or something.
You know what? I'm going to give that to you.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to give that to you. Driver choking on French fries crashes into Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Ooh.
Hey.
Hold on. Into another rent-a-car or into like the store?
No, the guy drove into an Enterprise Rent-A-Car storefront.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. This happened in Kentucky. Dude, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
That was like you know what? I think I just came up with a new game show. Seriously.
Okay.
Mouth sound effects, and then you got to tell the story or
It's a
something.
catchy name.
Yeah.
Mouth sound effects, and then you got to come up with a...
Hey, guess what, folks? It's time once again from Studio City. It's time for Mouth Sound Effects.
And then you got to come up with what it is.
Yeah.
The whole title's a little wordy, but...
So a driver choking on French fries crashed into a Kentucky business. This dude was driving, was eating French fries, and gets them jammed in his airway. The driver lost control of the vehicle and ran into an Enterprise Rent-A-Car store. Aren't they supposed to pick you up? Do they still say that? Enterprise Rent-A-Car, we'll pick you up.
You know what? I don't know that I've heard that lately.
Yeah, that used to be their old catchphrase or tagline. Enterprise Rent-A-Car, we'll pick you up. I don't think they do that anymore. So both the passenger and driver had to be pulled out of the car. They were treated at the hospital with minor injuries. A woman who witnessed the crash says she's never really thought about the dangers of eating while driving. Eat much. But this was one of these Enterprise storefronts, not like an airport location. You know, you've got the standalone. Yeah. You've seen them. Mm-hmm. And the guy just drives right through the rental car place.
Any word on where the French fries were from?
It does not say. Now, that's a good question. Whether they were McDonald's fries, whether they were cheesy fries. We don't know.
We don't, yeah.
I don't know where the fries actually came from. All right, so I was able to squeeze in one morons in the news story. And listen, maybe we'll do some more when we get back. We start the 7 o'clock hour next. And, of course, at about 7:23, 7:24, we go for an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Folks, remember to tell 3 people a day. We are trying to jam up the MJ Morning Show audience. We're trying to advertise to folks that don't know we exist. There are people out there that don't remember the MJ Morning Show from back in the day and the fact we've been back for 3 years. So if you love the show, do your part. Tell 3 people a day. We call it MJ 3 a day, and tell 3 people a day to check out the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And we're back in minutes. Now, I want to talk about... 5, and we are a couple hours away from the final rice cooker. This Zojirushi top-notch Japanese rice cooker. As I'm rounding out something that's never been done in morning radio in America, a morning show giving out rice cookers. I mean, it's one of my favorite things. It is one of my favorite appliances in the history of mankind is my Zojirushi rice cooker. And if you follow my Instagram, which you should, and you scroll down, you'll see some of my kitchen exploits. And among them are things I make with the amazing Japanese koshihikari sticky rice. You know, it's that sticky rice that you get at a Japanese rice. I mean, to me, I can have a meal of just a bowl of rice. That's it. Give me a bowl, my chopsticks, and a bowl, and it's bliss to me. And Zojirushi, they have, I guess, been seeing some of my Instagram posts where I'm using their machine to make food at the house, and I tag them, and they're like, "Hey, you're a radio show. It's National Rice Month in September. You want to give away some of our rice makers?" And you ask anybody that knows, anyone that's in the business, anyone that's in the restaurant, anyone that is a foodie and Zojirushi is like the best in the world when it comes to rice cookers. And these are over $200 a piece, and we've given away 4 of them already this week, and we'll give away the 5th one and final one in the 9 o'clock hour today, so keep listening. And this is the last time I can play this.
Let's kick it. Rice, baby.
Ever.
Yeah, gotta get my money's worth.
Rice, baby.
So I gotta play this a lot this morning.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. MJ got something new for the kitchen. Cook it, either brown or whitely. Flow with the rice both daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn on the switch, watch it go. If there was a problem with your sushi, kick out the rice with your new Zojirushi. Rice, baby.
Yeah, this doesn't have much shelf life after today. Unless I do another giveaway next September.
In the song, he asks, when's it going to stop? I don't know. It's going to stop today.
It is. Yeah.
Yo, man, let's get out of here. Word to the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah. All right.
So are you going to send that song or parody or jingle to Zojirushi? And
I already did. They played it in a big meeting out in California this week. They sent me a note back. We love the song. You want to use it in a commercial? All right, listen, I can arrange the licensing. All right, 7:05 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. So I got a quiz for you guys. Little quiz, little MJ Morning Show quiz. A teacher only lets students allegedly do this 3 times a month.
I know.
Let's go round the horn. I'll start with Froggy. Yes, Froggy, what is it?
Use the restroom.
My God, right off the bat.
Whoa! Wow.
Yes!
I thought that was an outrageous guess.
Well, because it's an outrageous story. That's why I'm doing the freaking story. So there was a Reddit post, and listen, I have no reason to doubt this, but listen, I question everything on the internet. I don't take anything at face value. I mean, if I'm watching David Muir on ABC World News Tonight, I just assume the guy's lying his ass off at me.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. So this was a Reddit post, and this has really caused a massive debate because the teacher is getting ripped. This is some kind of like a school and education related, like Reddit, subreddit, with a message board and all that stuff. And the story goes that this teacher only allows the students to leave the classroom to use the bathroom, and I would imagine this is going to be probably elementary school, only allows the kids 3 passes a month to go to the bathroom.
Wow. So you really have to pick your spot.
I guess you do. This was outlined
Or pick a spot to pee in the corner of the room if she's not letting you go to the restroom.
That's not cool.
So allegedly, this was all put in a note. So that the unidentified teacher, so we don't know the teacher's name. I have not seen the school district or where this has occurred, but I know that we have a lot of students listening right now. You got a lot of teachers on the way to school or getting ready for school that are listening right. You know what? I don't mind grabbing a phone call here. Hey, maybe that teacher from Plant High School in South Tampa that always calls us, maybe he'll call us up right now.
I mean, think of all the times a teacher gets asked every day, Hey, use the bathroom. Can I use the bathroom? Can I have hall pass?
Hey, any teachers listening? What do you think about a teacher actually outlining at the beginning of the year? I guess the teacher handed out the rules and expectations of the students. And one of the rules was you only get to go to the bathroom 3 times a month. You can only have 3 bathroom passes a month. Hey, if any teachers are listening, love to hear from you on this. 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. According to this leaked message, get it, leaked? And the message was entitled Bathroom Ticket. Students were only allowed, this is an allotment. You're allotted 3 bathroom tickets a month. And then you have to hand in a ticket every time you have to go to the bathroom. So no ticket, no pee-pee for you. Any teachers out there want to weigh in on this? 800-990-1047. Come on. How could this possibly be enforced? How does it not take one kid going to the principal's office or one parent calling up to complain to get this little system this little teacher's got rigged up completely annihilated? The advisory stipulated that leaving the classroom without permission automatically uses one of the lavatory ration cards.
Wait, this is a thing. The text messages are coming through, and one says, my son just told me that they only get 3 passes per quarter. He's in 8th grade.
Wait a second, this really?
Yes. I used to do 2 bathroom passes each 9-week session.
I mean, listen, MJ, there's you got to kind of manage that situation. What grade are you responsible for knowing, you got to go now because you're going to be somewhere for 35 or 40 minutes? How long is the class grade? 45 minutes?
This is nuts. Let me go to phones here. Phones have just obviously blown up as they always do here on the MJ Morning Show. So let me grab CK in Plant City. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, CK.
All right, good morning. Can you hear me? I'm a middle school teacher.
Uh-huh.
And the school policy for middle schoolers is that they use the restroom between classes or at lunch.
Right, and listen, I agree with that. Ideally, how many minutes do they get in between the typical class, CK, at your Plant City Middle School? How many minutes in between bells or periods or whatever they call it?
It might sound like a little bit of time, but it's actually plenty. They get 3 minutes at my school, but the classes are extremely close together and they don't have to travel that far. And then the issue is that kids then come to class and they want to leave all the time. I have students that leave every single day. It's almost like clockwork, and they just don't think anything applies to them. The basic rules don't apply to them. So I'm with the limits to leave the classroom because, honestly, they're not supposed to leave the classroom in the first place to use the restroom.
All right. I appreciate it, CK. Thanks for checking in. And there are kids that they're going to use every excuse to try to just get out of the freaking class. Michelle is a teacher in Newport Richey. Hello, Michelle. You're on.
Hi. How are you?
We are well. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Go ahead.
Okay. So I work in a school that teaches anywhere between kindergarten and 8th grade. So I kind of see it between what the gentleman just said before. The middle schoolers, they definitely have an opportunity to use the restroom during passing. The lower grade levels have restrooms in their class, so they have an opportunity to get up and go then. But they also have an opportunity to use the restroom at lunch and during their special time. So I can understand giving a certain amount during the month just because kids take advantage of trying to get up and leave class.
Listen, I think what you're saying is valid, and as a teacher, it's obviously important to mitigate any disruptions or, just attempts just to, get out of going to class. Thanks for the call, Michelle. Appreciate it.
Yeah, there's a high school teacher who texted me, and she said that as a teacher, it's called task avoidance. You ask to go to the bathroom when something gets difficult in class. So
I used to do that all the time.
So they tell the kids to,
gotcha.
kind of like do it during the transitions.
All right, let me grab Jason. One more call on this. I want to stay on track this morning because we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. Jason in Tampa. Hi, Jason. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning to you. I'm a retired teacher, but I would tell you this. depending on the grade.
Sir, hold on. You can't use the R word anymore. That's
Retired.
I'm sorry. All right, go ahead. You're retired. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right.
But at any rate, kids are kids. Nothing has changed in anyone's life. When we were kids, we had to go when we had recess. And that was it. You train people to do what they want to do. But if you can't do 3 times a month. I mean, this kid may have kidney problems, anything. And what's going to end up happening is...
Hey, he might have a Camelback in his, backpack, and he's sip and drink the whole class.
Yeah, right.
What happens to the kid if he starts doing number 1s or 2s in the seat?
Oh, no.
That's what I want to hear at 7:13 in the morning.
Is that how you got to, prove that the kid has a problem? I mean, that's pretty pathetic. If I was a parent,
right.
I wouldn't accept that.
Jason, I appreciate the phone call. Thanks. How many years did you teach?
Almost 19.
Almost 19. And where did you teach?
Up north.
Gotcha.
New Jersey.
All right, Jason, thanks for the call. Thanks for listening to the MJ Morning Show. All right, when we get back, 7:13 now at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, I want to launch our hour and 20 minutes of Nonstop MJ with a complaint email and also a throwback email. So I got a complaint. I got somebody pissed off at us.
I got a really nice email if we want to balance it all out.
Well, I already said that. I said that I have got an angry email and then I've got a very nice email. So I've got my own balance. If you want to add some,
I want to tip the scales even more.
She's going to tip the scale. She's not going to balance anything.
Yeah.
If you got some New Balance, like my new 990 version 6s that I got from Ken at New Balance in West Shore, man. Woo! I love these shoes. All right, 7:14 at the MJ Morning Show. Let's take a quick break and we start. You're not going to believe what's coming up. We got Hal Herman news coming up in the next chunk because that happens at 8 o'clock. The pizza story, which I am inflamed about. I can't even go over everything that's coming up, and it's next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. If you're in a car... 5 times today. Cash Kitties at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3, and then 5 p.m. We give you the keyword. You text it to the nationwide number, and whammo blammo, that's the way it works. All right, so I have a couple emails I want to deal with. I've got an angry... Where's Froggy and where's Roxanne? Is it too much to ask that everyone is like... here in the studio when we come back on the air, and Fester, you just made it.
I just made it. I made it.
You just walked in.
Whoa, we're all here. Easy.
Man,
well, no.
it doesn't take much to keep me happy. It really doesn't. I don't know. All right. So, a couple of angry email. I have one angry email and one positive email. The angry email is as follows, and then I responded back. And I just checked my email, and I have a response back.
Okay.
Now, folks, I encourage you to email me at any point, anytime. I encourage you that if you've got any complaints, any criticisms, if you have any compliments, if you've got material for us, if you know something that we need to know, if you've got content for the program, if you got some information we got to know, I mean, whatever you want to communicate to me, you can do it via email. MJ at MJMorningshow.com. Or you can DM me on my IG. You can email me on my IG, and that is Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Or MJ at MJMorningshow.com. So the angry email is as follows. And I received this on the 28th. So this was yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. And the subject line is Hurricane Ian. MJ, I missed parts of the show this morning. Did you mention that Hurricane Ian was a year ago today that it hit? I apologize if I missed that you discussed it, but if you didn't, I have to admit I'm kind of disappointed, especially after all the coverage you give hurricanes. And this came from Kimberly. Sincerely, Kimberly, and it was sent from her iPhone. I don't know what version iPhone. I don't know if it's the new 15 that catches on fire and lights your crotch on fire. I don't know if, the new 15 is apparently overheats or something, right? We talked about that yesterday or earlier this week. So Kimberly is angry that I didn't mention the anniversary of Hurricane Ian a year ago. And listen, I'm not much for anniversaries. I forget mine most years, with my marriage to Michelle. But
jeez.
But listen, when we've got a hurricane, or no one covers a hurricane better than the MJ Morning Show, but is it required that a year later I got to do a big whoop-de-doo about it? Oh my God, it was a year ago. Is that required?
I think so.
So I would think very, very few negative things require an anniversary. You think of anniversary, you think of generally.
Listen, I mention 9/11 every year.
That might be the exception.
Yeah, I mention 9/11 every year, but Kimberly, I'm sorry. So I wrote Kimberly back, and this is what I wrote back to Kimberly. And I wrote, I knew it, but I did not mention it. And I did. I did know that we had the anniversary of Hurricane Ian a year ago. I did know that. And then she wrote me back, and this is what she wrote back. And I got this. Let me see when this came in. This came in. I got to hit the little thing. This came in. Late last night. So late last night, this comes back, and it says you should have the third largest to hit Florida in damage, days of coverage, and you don't acknowledge it. You, in all caps, never disappoint, but today you certainly have.
All right, Kim.
Karen.
Yeah, Kimberly, sit down. Relax. Kimberly, calm down.
Kimberly, you're going to blow a vessel, man. Come on, calm down, Kimberly.
Part of what's fueling Kimberly potentially is I don't watch a lot of local news anymore, but I saw some coverage in the last week or so, and the 1-year anniversary of Hurricane Ian, which I always thought is kind of lazy news because it's not really news. It's just milking last year's news.
Listen, we have October coming up, and October is typically the month that we sort of have to worry about with the late season storms in the Gulf. So hopefully we had our brush with this hurricane season with what was it? What was it?
Idalia?
Was it Idalia? Was that the thing?
You forget it already.
Yeah. Listen, I'm always bad at those. I'm telling you, I'm always bad at hurricane names. It's like the Super Bowl. I couldn't tell you who won the Super Bowl last year. For whatever reason, I can remember something that happened in third grade, like when Joe Richardson pushed me and I went flying into a chair and I needed 3 stitches on my forehead. I mean, I can remember minutia from when I was like 2 years old, but I can't tell you who won the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, because you don't need it for survival. You don't need to know what hurricane names were for survival. You need to worry about the next hurricane.
And then the positive email is from Bugs or Us Termite and Pest Control.
I see their cars around town.
Yeah. Bugs or Us. Well, did you know that they won the Q105 lunch party this week?
Did they?
They did.
Okay.
Wow.
And I get an email from Melanie Ruiz, who is at Bugs or Us Termite and Pest Control. And she writes, "Hey there, MJ. My name is Melanie, and I work for Bugs or Us Termite and Pest Control. We won this week's lunch from Q105. While your guy was here, my boss found a picture of when we did a fumigation job for you."
Yeah. I remember that.
What got fumigated?
Was it roaches?
It was the MJ Bluesmobile.
The Bluesmobile.
The Bluesmobile was infested with cockroaches.
Yes, I knew it was roaches.
And raccoons.
We had all. No, it was. Well, I think the raccoon was living underneath. But we had the old MJ Bluesmobile, a '74 Dodge Monaco. It was the model before catalytic converter, so it runs good on regular gas. The whole thing. Actually, it should be runs well on regular. But I'm quoting the line out of the Blues Brothers. So that's right. Bugs or Us, Termite and Pest Control, they came to our parking lot and they tented the vehicle. like when you see the houses around town that have termites and you get the big tents, and you probably have Walter White and Jesse in there cooking up meth.
Did she send the picture?
Yeah, yes, I've got the pictures. It's attached to the email.
Oh man,
yeah, I've got the attachments are on here. So that was years ago, but we had a huge insect and pest problem in the car, and they came out and they actually put the termite tent on the Bluesmobile and pumped in the poisonous, was it Vicane? It's the gas they fumigated the Bluesmobile with Fester inside.
One year.
No, I'm kidding. Fester was not inside.
We used to have the Guavaween parade.
Yeah.
Guavaween used to be a big deal in this town.
Yeah, what happened to Guavaween?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But there was a parade, and Joe Mama thought it'd be a good idea if we threw out candy because it's Halloween, Guavaween. So we threw away all this candy. I was in the Guavaween
right,
parade.
But it got wedged in the seats and everything. And we had an insect problem beyond belief.
So it was
all kinds of vermin and rodents.
And
Joe
Mama, of course, told me
termites.
You better clean all that candy out of the seat.
We've got the metal-eating
Duty, you can't leave that candy there. The roaches are going to come. I'm like, I'll be fine.
We've got the termite infestation locally. They eat metal now.
Really?
Yeah, those imports from South America, they eat metal.
That's no joke.
No, I'm kidding. They don't eat metal. But hey, thanks to
Bugs or Us.
Bugs or Us. Because, they tinted the MJ Morning Show Bluesmobile.
That's cool.
That's really cool. Hey, by the way, it's called the Q105 At Work Network. You call them like the Lunch Bunch or something.
Yeah, the Q105 At Work Network.
Yes.
I like Lunch Bunch.
But if offices want to apply or enter to have lunch brought to you, I guess they can go to myq105.com, right?
Yes, exactly. Sign up. Let us know where you're listening at work. We want to bring you lunch for you and your coworkers and give you shout outs on air.
Hey, have you guys ever heard of the Triangle of Death?
Oh, it sounds familiar.
Don't look it up. I want hands in the air like you don't care. Hands in the air. I don't want you Googling it. Do you know what the Triangle of Death is? Rox, yes or no? Just be honest.
I don't know it, but I know I've heard it before. Is it locations?
Fester, Triangle of Death. Do you know what it is?
Does that have to do with like a heart attack or something?
Nope.
Right,
nope, you don't know. Froggy, do you know what the Triangle of Death is?
Yes, the Bermuda Triangle.
No,
it's the triangle. Okay.
Nope. All you guys are wrong. All right, do any of our listeners know what the Triangle of Death is?
Well, they've had time to look it up.
Yeah, that's true. All right, if you happen to know, let's go. Fire up the phone. I'll take the first call on this. Do you know what the Triangle of Death is? This is a warning. And don't think, this is not going to have anything to do with me. I'm telling you right now, this could absolutely have to do with every single person listening. And is this like ultra rare? Does this happen more than you know? Who knows what the triangle of death is? 800-990-1047. Or once I reveal it, maybe we should take calls from people that have been affected seriously, adversely by the triangle of death.
If you've been adversely affected by the triangle of death, wouldn't you be dead?
Well, the last story I have is a woman that could have been dead but survived the triangle of death. All right. So do you know what the triangle of death is? And have you been affected by the triangle of death? Or once you might not even know it's called the triangle of death. But once I tell you what it is, then you might call in and say, yeah, I was affected by the triangle of death. Hang on. I'm going to explain in a second. First of all, is that Melanie? That's the bug lady?
From Bugs R Us?
Yeah, the bug lady's on line one. Melanie, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning.
Hey, I only got a minute here because I got the triangle of death I got to deal with. But hey, thanks for your email, and thank your boss for tenting the MJ Morning Show Bluesmobile for all of those pests some years ago. It was great seeing those old pictures.
You got it. No problem. You guys, thank you for the lunch. It was very good.
All right. So, Melanie, I appreciate it. And tell what food did they bring you? Where was it from?
What did they bring?
Did Pat George just come make waffles?
No, slice of the bird.
Oh, slice of Oh, very nice.
We brought pizza.
Pastas and salads. It was really good.
Oh, excellent. Melanie,
right.
Hey, thank you and the whole office for listening to the MJ Morning Show and Q105. We appreciate it.
You got it. Thank you.
You bet. All right, let's go back to the triangle of death now. James in Weeki Watchie says he knows what the triangle of death is. Hi, good morning, James. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So-
What is the triangle of death?
If it's what you're referring to, you put your hand in a triangle and put your nose in the middle, and everything around that you're supposed to leave alone when it comes to pimples and stuff. So that's called the triangle of death.
That is 100% right. Yeah.
What? I've never heard of anything like this in my life.
James, say it
I
again.
was a Navy corpsman. We learned that in the Navy.
Yeah, hold on. You were Navy corpsman and you learned it's the bridge of your nose down to the corners of your mouth. And that I'm doing it on MJTV right now. So bridge of your nose, you take your two fingers, you take your two index fingers and put it on the bridge. And then you take your thumbs and put it to the corners of your mouth. And it's that. It's like the mask area. That's called the triangle of death. And James, what do you say about pimples?
No, you're not supposed to, even though everybody does, you're not supposed to, squeeze pimples and stuff because the bacteria can go backwards.
Yep.
What?
It can infect in your brain and it can cause death.
That is 100% right.
And
Disgusting.
This guy has it all.
So you're saying you're not supposed to pop pimples on your nose?
Well,
Yeah, I know. What?
It's the triangle of death.
Triangle.
Yep, James, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Look, the phones are blown up.
Good morning, guys.
James, you bet. All right,
I feel
Robert.
sick.
Robert in Holiday. Robert, do you agree with the triangle of death description by James?
I do 100%. My stepdad told me about it when I was a teenager, and I thought he was pulling my leg.
What are you, a giant?
Yeah. So I didn't pop any zits in that area.
Oh, all right, so Frog, wait, would you ask him if he's a giant because he's got a deep voice?
Like a big giant. I'm about 6'5".
Yeah, look, he's 6'5".
Pretty
Look
tall.
at that.
I'd like to see Robert come down here and pop a zit on you.
All right, so, Robert, at what age were you told by your father to avoid the triangle of death?
I was about 14, 15 years old.
Look at that. You got very good
That's
advice.
crazy. I've never heard this in my life.
Yeah.
You know what? I had not heard it until I saw the story last night.
I've never heard this, and I definitely violated it.
But we have a bunch of listeners that have. Hey, Robert, thanks for listening and thanks for calling in.
All right. You guys have a great show. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks. I've been knocking on death's door before.
Let me explain. This woman put up a video on social media, and essentially she says, I popped a zit in the triangle of death. It gave me a staph infection, and I almost died.
Oh, gosh. This is horrid.
So, again, the triangle of death, the bridge of your nose, you make a triangle. Take your two fingers and take your right on the top of the bridge of your nose with your two index fingers. Then take your thumbs and make the triangle at the bottom across the bottom of your lip. That's the triangle of death. You're never supposed to do anything, pop zits in that area because, and I'll give you the description. the description is, and here's the actual, some of the medical stuff. She got a staph infection or Staphylococcus bacteria. And these are germs that can live on the skin or in the nose. And the reason why, according to doctors like dermatologist Dr. Marmina Turagano, the triangle of death is the section that we've described. You should never pop a pimple there because that area packs a lot of blood vessels that lead directly to your brain, and an infection in that area provides like a direct route for bacteria to travel in your head into your brain and could give you like a really, really bad medical meltdown.
Okay, I got a really important question. I get facials and they pull out that instrument and they do the pushing,
like the scraper?
To make the blackheads come out and everything?
Like they do it.
I'm sorry, folks. This is information. This segment could save your life. We ought to be awarded like a commendation from all of the cities in our listening area for this type of public service.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to stop getting that done to my face because I think it's a necessity to clean out your pores. But I also think like they use clean equipment. I think maybe the triangle of death thing comes about if you have dirty hands, you haven't washed your hands properly and you're doing it. I think you can mess with your face if your hands and your instruments are clean.
Think about
right?
it.
So you're going to give out bad advice now. No, the recommendation.
I agree with Roxanne.
The recommendation is you're not supposed to touch that area.
I think don't touch a pile of poop and then touch your face.
The triangle of poop face.
And listen, this is why I'm calling BS on this a little bit, because how about like they couldn't extend it and make it a square of death, because I don't think you should pop zits on your eyeballs either, and that would fit into the square.
Yeah,
but I guess that's not a quick cutesy wootsy name like triangle of death.
But the blood vessels are in your nose that connect right to your brain.
Let's talk about the butt of death. Do not pop pimples on your butt. All right.
How many people really die from this, MJ? It sounds like just alarmist dermatology.
Yes.
This is fake dermatology news.
Fake zit news.
I mean, this is
fake zit.
And what if you have little midget hands? It only covers your like little nose tip.
Yeah, midget hands. Or what if you just have a really nasty looking zit that you want to not just let? What do you do? Just let it fester and let it.
Yeah.
What happens?
Live with it. Name it.
Let's get Dr. Pimple Popper on the line. What does she have to say about this?
What if you got little hands like Dunice?
Yeah. You can't pop. Your triangle of death is nothing.
Oh, man. All right. I think I'm going to move on. I was going to see if we'd take some calls from anyone that almost died from popping a zit in the triangle of death.
Well, one person says, I just got a text. They said it has to do with the steaming of the pores. If you steam them and open them first, it's safe.
Oh, I love steamed pores.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are 17 minutes away from Hal Herman headlines. Hal Herman headlines is back.
I haven't heard from Hal yet. I'm getting nervous.
Oh, you better. We built this up. We got all kinds of new drama-filled liners and promotional announcements for Hal Herman. Yeah. Hal Herman is on your side. Hal Herman is the most trusted name in news.
Hal Herman is on your side. Your side. More Americans get their news from Hal Herman than from any other source.
All right, so Hal Herman should be here in about 15 minutes or so. Oh, we got to get the pizza guy on. He apologized. So if you were listening yesterday when I tried to call the pizza guy with this very alarming story about this new pizza shop that I like, and now they might be selling it after like 3 months, he apologized. He was waiting for us to call, and he dozed off. So that's why he didn't pick up the phone yesterday.
Great, the narcoleptic pizza maker. You want an extra large? Oh, sorry, I burned it. I took a nap.
All right. I got Brittany. We got Taylor news. I've got a stack of Taylor's. I've got a stack of Olive Garden stories today. I don't know what the hell's going on with Olive Garden, but we got a lot to squeeze in. And that's why if you're listening now, you got to figure out a way to listen to the 8 o'clock hour and certainly the 9 o'clock hour every day. Whatever you're doing now as far as listening, double and triple your listening to the show because you're missing a lot. We're going to give away the final Zojirushi rice cooker worth over $200. This is a genius, brilliant. It's going to become one of your favorite kitchen appliances. And we'll give away the fifth and final one in the 9 o'clock hour. I've got the Cash Kitty coming up in 15 minutes at 8 o'clock, right before we do Hal Herman headlines. First, though, we have an update on that insane story with the guy that got all stabby on the Howard Franklin Bridge earlier this week. This is crazy. So you remember the story. 3 cars involved. Car 1, driver 1, passed out and was slumped over the steering wheel, stopped in the middle of the Howard Franklin Bridge southbound on 275 earlier this week.
Are there more details on driver 1?
No.
How is that not?
That we don't have. So driver 2 stops to help, pulls his car in front of driver 1 because this guy is passed out, slumped, middle of the Howard Franklin Bridge. This is earlier this week. So driver 2 gets out of the car, and driver number 1, who's passed out, he wakes up as driver 2 was going to his car to get something to bust out the window because the guy is unresponsive. The guy's passed out. This driver 2 is a good Samaritan, thinking there's a medical emergency. So as driver 2 goes back to the car to get like a device to bust out the window, we've got those. I've got the glass breakers in case you drive off a road into the water and you got to smash out the window. I've got one of those in my car.
Little seatbelt cutter combo with the glass breaker.
Damn right. Absolutely. It's in the center console of our car. So driver 2 goes to get a device to bust the window, and when he comes back, driver 1 awakens from his slumber in the middle of the Howard Franklin Bridge.
Probably startled.
And he suddenly hits the accelerator and rams into the Good Samaritan that pulled in front of him. Then he puts it in reverse and decides he's going to go to the right to get out and leave. And that's when driver 1, the passed out guy, he hits driver 3, who's just going by. Driver 3 freaks out, gets out of his car and starts stabbing driver number 1 and smashes his window out. Then we find out that driver number 3, the lunatic stabbing people, we find out that he's a former U.S. attorney.
That's crazy.
Wait, it gets crazier. It turns out now he was the U.S. attorney that prosecuted the dude from Parrish down in Manatee County that stole Nancy Pelosi's lectern during the January 6th riots.
Podium man?
It's Podium man.
Oh my God!
Hold on.
What?
He's the prosecutor that prosecuted Podium.
He prosecuted Podium man.
Lectern man. It's technically it's a lectern, but
Lectern man.
Exactly.
Okay, I normally don't believe in like Matrix type stuff when we're living in a Matrix and aliens are controlling us.
This is red pill, blue pill right here, baby.
I think it is. I think it might be.
Did you see his post about it? Lectern man?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah, if you want to share it, go ahead.
Well, no, he said something like
double standard.
Yeah, check out the guy who had me arrested and
it's all double standard.
Had me had a drug test every week and had to have an anklet put on me to monitor me.
Ankle bracelet.
Yeah, and now he murdered somebody or something.
No, he didn't murder anybody.
He said he stabbed somebody. What is he going to get or something like that?
How do you go? I don't understand this. How do you go from U.S. attorney that prosecuted a high-profile case, the guy that ripped off Nancy Pelosi's lectern with the Speaker of the House seal, and he's walking through, remember, with his stupid little Where's Waldo hat on? He's just smirking, and he's walking with Nancy Pelosi's lectern.
I have to say, while I am against all of the activities on January 6th, that is my favorite photo of the day.
All right, listen,
January just walking out waving.
What are you handing me here, Froggy?
That's the actual tweet from Lectern Man.
Oh, yes.
I think his name is actually Lectern.
I think they call him Podium Guy, okay?
Well, no, his social media is at Lectern Leader. That's his social media. So he wrote, meet the guy who prosecuted me in Tampa for walking in a building on January 6th. My crimes were so egregious that he demanded I wear an ankle monitor, be drug tested at random, surrender my passports, be restricted to Middle District of Florida, and given a nightly curfew. what restrictions do you think he should get for stabbing a man repeatedly in public? So that's what Lectern Man from Parrish.
Oh, that's a good post.
That's his real name is Adam Johnson, down in Parrish. Now, first of all, I am not condoning anything that happened on January 6th.
Right.
What they did on January 6th obviously should have never happened. Adam Johnson should have never gone into the Capitol, should never have tried to walk out with Nancy Pelosi's lectern. It just shouldn't have happened.
I mean, while he looks like he's a good time,
but also,
none of this is excused,
right.
Adam.
Also, the U.S. attorney that prosecuted Adam should not be stabbing people on the Howard Franklin Bridge.
Two things can be wrong at the same time,
Yes.
Adam.
I mean, this is nuts. Wow. This is just crazy freaking stuff.
Hey, do you think Podium Guy has the picture of him framed somewhere in his house?
I don't
Please.
know.
That was his greatest.
I mean, I would have it right over the mantle.
What has happened to Scruggs? What mental issue is going on in Patrick Scruggs' head? Now, he was with the U.S. Attorney's Office here in the area for like 10 years. I think he went to work in 2012, but he just left back in the spring. Why did he leave? We don't know why. This is like, remember the movie Falling Down?
Yes.
Yeah,
where is that Michael Douglas goes nuts on an LA freeway. Mm-hmm. And doesn't he like shoot up the Korean grocery store and everything?
Yeah, he shoots up a bunch of places.
Yeah, exactly. So, why did this Scruggs guy leave the U.S. Attorney's Office? I mean, this is, what's going, and then, hey, we also had the U.S. Attorney here in Tampa that got all liquored up and tried to pass off his business card. Didn't he pee his pants too? What's going on with U.S. attorneys locally? What is going on?
Wow.
Some crazy stuff. All right, so that's the update. Now, let me try to get Pizza Dude on. Let me try to get Steve on. Steven runs Sadie's Pizza in South Tampa. And we tried to get him on at this time yesterday, but he dozed off, and that's why he didn't pick up the phone. So, hang on a sec. Michelle's calling me. Yes, Michelle.
Was she
Hello?
giving you some private information on Scruggs?
Michelle, are you okay?
Everything all right?
Hello?
All right, so
No, she's like calling. She's butt dialing me.
Here, you want me to call her?
Michelle, you all right?
Here, you keep talking.
You got butt dialed.
No, but it's all like scraping noises.
Yeah.
Yeah, call Michelle. Yeah, call Michelle. Make sure she's okay.
All right, I'm calling.
Because she just butt dialed, and I'm just getting all kinds of.
Okay, it went to your creepy message.
Oh, did it really?
It went one ring and then creepy message.
I hope Michelle's all right.
All right, she's
all right.
It's her butt.
So let me get Pizza Dude on. Folks, don't you hate it when you love something and you find something good, whether it's a product or a whatever, and you kind of get used to it and you kind of rely on it, you like it, and then it just disappears? I mean, it's just, it just stabbed you. So
Michelle says check your texts.
Oh, okay. So hang on a minute. Michelle says check my texts. All right. U.S. Assistant Attorney. I think she's trying to correct my verbiage.
Oh, my God. All that.
All right.
Oh, Michelle.
Hey, quality control is what that is.
But
I like
listen,
it.
don't you hate it when you like something and then poof, it disappears? So I walk into Sadie's Pizza in South Tampa earlier this week. And I said, hey, Steven, how's it going? And, of course, I mentioned them, weeks ago that I stumbled across this place, and it's new, and it's a good New York slice. It's just that he makes a good pie. It's a good slice, and I'm a big New York pizza fan. And New York pizza is so overused. So many places say, oh, New York pizza, and it tastes like ass, and it's not even remotely close. But Sadie's does an awesome job. So I walk in, hey, how's it going? We're listing the place. I'm like, what? You just opened? What do you mean you're listing the place? So he's got like this dilemma. He's got this little feud going on with his family and his other investors, his mother and his brother. Hopefully he's awake now and we can figure out what's going on here. All right, so calling up Steven from Sadie's Pizza. They're on Dale Mabry, a block south of Kennedy, right next to Batteries and More. Batteries Plus or whatever, they're right next to that place.
Good morning.
Steven.
Yes, sir.
All right, take two here. We tried to get you yesterday, but you dozed off. So, listen, I'm blown away here. I walk in earlier this week, and you're like, yeah, we're listing the place. We're going to sell. I'm like, dude, you just opened up in June. All right, what is going on? You're having like a little disagreement. Your mother and your brother, who are investors, and together they have 2/3. You have 1/3 of the business, and they what they want to like hit the lottery like 2 minutes after you open the doors.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You know how business goes, right? It takes about a year or two to be profitable.
So what's the matter with your relatives? Why won't they give the business a year or two to flourish?
I'm not quite sure. I mean, they expect that money in their pocket right away, and I'm sitting here trying to reinvent my life for myself and my children. And
I mean, you make a great slice. You make a great pie at Sadie's Pizza. You know what? You know the device that you take the pizzas in and out of the oven? It's called a pizza peel, right?
Correct.
I want you to give me your peel. Give me the address of your mother and brother. I'm going to clock them over the head with it, okay?
I got you.
I don't think this is going to help the situation.
I don't know if you hit his mother with a big piece of wood that's going to help anything.
Right, so how do we turn this around? How do we get your brother, who has 1/3, your mother has 1/3, and together they're 2/3? How do we stop them from wanting to sell the place when you haven't even gotten started yet?
Well, that's why it's like, I know I get great feedback. You know that too. And these customers, it's like they come in, they love it, they say great things, and then I don't see them for 4 or 5 weeks. So, the people of South Tampa, you want good pies, you want good food, you want good wings, the best pizza in Tampa. Keep coming in the Mercedes and show us the love.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a regular. You got to be kind of steady. But do you think if business really picks up and people start coming more regularly, or new people start flooding in, is there a chance if sales go up dramatically that your brother and your mother will reconsider?
Absolutely. We would take it off the market in a heartbeat.
So you've already listed the business?
Yeah, it got listed yesterday.
Son of a...
All right.
Wow.
Yep.
So what's the asking price of this joint?
I honestly, I think we're doing 120. But, my brother and I did a lot of work. We went in there with our own 2 hands.
Yeah. All right, so listen. This is crazy. Listen to this. We mentioned them yesterday. We mentioned Sadie's Pizza on Southdale Mabry, a block or two south of Kennedy, next to Batteries and More. I mentioned them yesterday when we tried to get Steven on the phone yesterday. Steven, tell the audience, tell our listeners what you told me. What happened with my little story yesterday? What happened to your lunch yesterday?
Oh, it was insane. It was 3 times more than I've ever done for lunch. It was great. It's fantastic because I love running around like a chicken with his head cut off.
So you had the biggest lunch by far ever after we mentioned you on the MJ Morning Show yesterday.
That's correct. Everybody came in, mentioned you. I would say 9 out of 10 people yesterday mentioned you guys and the love that you shared. So it's just unbelievable,
Listen, I want to save your slice. Oh, save the slice. Save the slice.
Sounds like he needs family counseling, Steven. No offense.
Listen, I just don't know. What's the matter? What's wrong with your mother and brother that they don't even want to give up? It's 3. You opened in June. So July, August. It's 3 freaking months you've been open. And what they want? They wanted to back up the Brinks truck after just 3 months?
Yeah, basically. It's one of those things where some people, they just want to buy something. They want to either flip it and make their money, or they want to buy something and expect to put money in their pocket right away.
Man, I just hate when I find something I like and then it just disappears. Gone. All right, so Steven, listen, I'm going to try to get the listeners again to show love and show consistent love. And Fester, what are you making faces?
You can't blame the listeners. They buy a pizza, they like it, they come once a month. That's a pretty good return.
That's not bad, but to get more listeners to try Sadie's Pizza and try to blow the doors out at this place.
I don't want to go now because I want to spite your mother.
What was that, Steven?
No, and the other thing I want to share with people too that a lot of people don't understand is I know it's kind of the shopping center isn't the greatest, and we only have, I don't know, 10, 12 spots out.
Yeah, listen, I'll be honest with you. The location is not the best spot.
It sucks.
Yes.
The parking
However,
sucks.
But listen, when something's good, if you got great pizza, you make it work. And listen, I've had no problem getting in and out, but it's not the easiest. So go ahead, Stephen.
Right. No, but I also have a huge parking lot in the back off of Cleveland Street. There's 22 spots back there. Anybody who ever has an issue, there's also 6 spots on the side. So, I need the listeners, I need people to understand, too, there is more availability than what they think there is. Plus, at 7 o'clock, I'm the only place that's open, especially at 10 o'clock on the weekends.
Yeah, so you can use the whole thing. Anyway, check hours on Google. I'm going to do my part here because I like your pizza. I like your slice. Listen, I had Sardo from Sardo's Pizza in here earlier this week. Pizza is a passion for me. All right, Steven, I'm going to try to get more people through the door. Folks, go save this business. Get this dude's mother and brother off his ass and keep this place open. And let's blow the place. I mean, don't blow it up.
Let's make it popular.
Let's make it popular. And go see Sadie's Pizza. Sadie's Pizza, South Tampa. It's on Dale Mabry. It is just a block or so south of Kennedy on Dale Mabry. Sadie's Pizza, SADIE''S. Steven, I'll see you soon, buddy.
You got it, MJ. Thank you guys so much.
Hey, Steven, if this whole thing doesn't work out, I am friends with the area manager for Little Caesars, and I could put in a good word for you.
Pizza.
Yeah, I mean, so he's always something else.
Can you believe 3 times his best day ever for lunch just because of our little mention yesterday?
How much does he say he's selling it for?
You know what? I think he said it was listed for $120. Someone's going to buy it, and the pizza's not going to be the same. Someone's going to buy it, and the pizza.
Me and you, baby.
Parking sucks.
All right, no. Well, listen, it's not the best spot location, but I've had no problem getting in and out half a dozen times. All right. Let's do Cash Kitty, and then, hey, it's Hal Herman news time. All right, Cash Kitty here on the MJ Morning Show. Hold on, I got to get my little kitty sound effect. All right, so here we go. This hour's word is week. That's W-E-E-K, week, as in day of the week. This hour's word is week, W-E-E-K. So text it nationwide right now to 45911 before quarter after for your shot at $1,000 cash, or you can enter it on the Q105 app or at myQ105.com. Good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time again for Hal Herman News Headlines. I'm looking out into the hall, and it looks like Hal Herman is about to stumble in. And when I say stumble in, I mean quite literally stumble in. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, he's walking in now. Hal Herman News.
Good to see everybody. Has anybody noticed anything different about me?
Yeah, we're launching Hal Herman headlines today.
Yes.
And you're wearing a black, creepy trench coat
That's
looking.
right.
Hold on. Where's your very colorful?
Well, here's the thing. I thought since we're doing more of a professional broadcast, delivering nothing but the realest news of the world.
Right.
Yes.
I figured I'd be a little more professional.
Oh, you're dressing things up a little bit.
Not such a clown show, baby.
Just
you know
like
what I'm
you're
saying?
So
nobody thought that.
I used to be a silly clown. I'm a professional broadcaster. It's going to help me get a gig.
Because you look like a flasher.
Well, he does.
It really looks creepy.
Yeah,
That's why I
it's
say
kind of like John Cusack-ish.
He's
right?
wearing
So you don't like it?
He's wearing a dark colored trench coat looking deal. It looks creepy. I'm
Hal
telling you.
Herman, Channel 2,
so
Webo News.
He's wearing a regular suit coat, but the way the desk cuts off, it looks like a trench coat. And I think you're going to show me your junk any second.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
All right. Now we're talking.
I was just kidding around. I'm always going to have my jacket on.
Now his clown
dumbass.
His clown suit is underneath the creepy trench
It's
coat.
not a clown suit.
This is radio, man.
You just said it was a clown suit.
I said I was treated like a clown, basically.
Hal, can you talk into the microphone,
I'm
please?
treated like a clown around here, but that's all right. It's time to deliver nothing but the realest news of the world. Hal Herman News Headlines.
Hal's got all kinds of new news intros.
Hal Herman's Headlines, Tampa Bay's most trusted source for news. Hal Herman is on your side. Your side. MSNBC has crabs. Hal Herman has the real news. Tampa Bay's news leader, Hal Herman headlines. Screw CNN. Hal Herman is the most trusted name in news.
Wow.
How about all this? Look at this.
More Americans get their news from Hal Herman than from any other source. Hal Herman headlines, because facts matter.
When the hell is this going to stop?
Fox News blows. For the facts Hal Herman knows.
All right.
And I do have a nice big nose, so.
Fox News blows, Hal Herman knows.
That's right.
I mean, I like them all, but the one about MSNBC having crabs is really over the top.
That's my favorite.
All right.
It's really just too much.
All right, let's
All
go.
right, I got a new team of writers. I've got nothing but the best headlines going on in the world of pop culture and news. And I'm telling you what, this is going to be one for the books. Are we ready?
Let's go. Hal Herman headlines.
Let's start with Taylor Swift and how popular she is right now. We got to get to her real quickly.
I've got a whole pile of Taylor Swift stories coming up.
Her and her new boyfriend, Taylor Swift and Travis Grammer, they were seen taking a private jet to Tunisia. Did you guys know that? Now,
No, it's Kelsey. Yeah.
Kelsey.
Oh, she's dating Kelsey Grammer?
No.
Taylor Swift and Kelsey Grammer. Okay.
Keep going.
All right. So they were seen. They took a private jet to Tunisia where they were enjoying shopping at local markets, purchasing what looks like sex toys. All right. Then the hot couple. Now, this is where things get a little spicy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Then the hot couple was spotted at a local nude beach in Tunisia where, get this, it's reported that not only does Taylor Swift apparently have a growth on her lower back that was apparently her unborn twin sister named Lola May. Did you guys know that?
Whoa.
She has an unborn twin on her lower back. They just left it there.
Like actor Andy Garcia did?
Just like Andy Garcia. Now Taylor Swift did the same thing. All right. So things are getting crazy. Also, reports say Travis Kelsey, is it? Yes. Suffers from micro penis. Yes, that's a fact. But wait, I'm not done with the story.
No, it's not a fact.
Now, reports and some of the paparazzi said, even though he suffers from micro penis, he was still solid as a rock. All right, Hal Herman News.
Can I make one?
Oh my God.
Add one quality
Wait,
control.
now, how about that story? We got Lola May, the unborn twin, on Taylor Swift's back. We got Kelsey Grammer with penis that's on the size of a button.
Okay, in Tunisia, no nude beaches in Tunisia. You're beheaded if you don't have clothes on as a woman in Tunisia.
Really?
Tunisia is probably the wrong country for
No,
me.
I'm pretty sure they were in Tunisia at a nude beach.
I think they wear burqas to the beach in Tunisia.
I think they were naked. All right.
Next story.
New details are emerging in the Howard Frankfurter Bridge collapse where O.J. Simpson stabbed 13 drivers.
All right, stop.
And that guy, you can't do this to me.
Stop.
You can't do this to me.
Stop. Read the first sentence again and stop when I tell you to stop. Start it again.
Oh, okay.
Read it again.
New details are emerging in the Howard Frankfurter Bridge
All right,
collapse.
stop.
This is not going to work.
It's not Howard Frankfurter. It's the Howard Frankland.
Well, I'm not from these areas. I wasn't born here. I'm from Medford, Oregon. You know that.
All right, read the whole thing again. Go.
New details are emerging in the Howard Frankfurter Bridge collapse where O.J. Simpson...
Hold on. The bridge did not
Howard
collapse.
Frankland?
MJ, can you let him get the whole thing out?
Jesus Christ on a crutch.
I really want to hear the whole report. Then we can blow it up.
All right, go ahead. Do it again. Go.
You're the worst director of this newscast I've ever had.
We are live. We're live.
New details are emerging in the Howard Franklin Bridge collapse.
Franklin.
Not Franklin.
Like I want to live in a land of Franks. It sounds terrible.
Go ahead.
Love it.
New details are emerging in the Howard Franklin Bridge collapse where O.J. Simpson stabbed 13 drivers, then drove over the side of the bridge in a white Ford Bronco, right over the side, where he proceeded to float to Benty Davis Beach. Okay, now that's kind of far. And run over 24 beachgoers. 24 beachgoers run over. OJ will hold a press conference at noon today, just in a couple hours, at the Waffle House on West Shore and I-275 in Tampa with his attorneys. Get this. Johnny Cochran, and Robert Kardashian. You know who Robert Kardashian is?
Yeah.
Both famous for the OJ stuff. OJ will announce he's been notified that Hillsborough County Schools will name the new South Tampa pre-K through 8th grade school after him. OJ. Wow. School. It's going to be called OJ School. OJ Simpson School. I don't know. OJ will also be a guidance counselor at the new school. And we got actual audio of one of the 24 stabbing victims. There we go. They screamed out. They were being killed.
What is going on?
Hal Herman's news. All right, we got more stories. Wait, what's happening here? Stop it there. All right.
Hold on a minute. Hal, we have to correct the entire story.
Okay, the only thing Hal got right was the location of the Waffle House.
The Waffle House?
West Shore 275. That's it.
Oh, my God. Where do
Who does want to live in a land
I'm
of
pretty
friends?
sure that story was dead on. Right, O.J. Simpson back in the news. How about that?
All right, it's the Howard Franklin. There was not a collapse. O.J. Simpson did not stab 13 people on the bridge earlier this week. Only one was stabbed. It was not by O.J. He was not in a white Ford Bronco that floated to Ben T. Davis Beach, where he ran over dozens of beachgoers. There's not going to be an O.J. Simpson press conference at the Waffle House.
I'm pretty sure it was maybe it was Perkins. I don't know. It was one of those kinds of places.
Oh, you got the location right.
No, there is a Waffle House at 275 and West Shore in the West Shore district.
Okay, so I was right.
And his attorneys Johnny Cochran and Robert Kardashian are both dead. They're not going to be there.
Oh my gosh, rest in peace. I didn't know that. So sorry, Kimberly and Chloe.
The new school being built in South Tampa is not going to be called O.J. Simpson School, and he's not going to be a guidance counselor there.
Right.
All right.
Unfortunately.
You're telling me you know the saying, it's not the devil in the details, right?
No, it's the devil's in the details.
Oh, never mind.
What's the next item?
All right.
All right.
Oh, man, I got horrible news about...
Hal Herman is on your side.
All right, Hal Herman's on your side. Go ahead.
That's right. I got horrific news, actually, about Bruce Springsteen. Now, Bruce Springsteen, did you hear he had to cancel some tour dates coming up? Did you hear?
I think he's canceled all shows for the rest of the year.
Now, nobody really knows why, but my news team has got the inside skinny on
dug
what
it up?
happened. Yes, Bruce Springsteen had to cancel the rest of his tour after he was at a local hibachi restaurant with his wife, Patti LaBelle, where apparently, I think the hibachi chef apparently flicked a chunk of burning shrimp. It landed on Bruce's head. His head caught on fire, everybody. Bruce Springsteen's running around the restaurant. He ran into some curtains, it says here. Eventually, the entire restaurant caught on fire. It was a complete inferno. 12 people lost their lives. And I think we have actual audio of Bruce Springsteen as the event happened. There we go. Bruce was on fire, baby. And Bruce is actually getting skin grafts right now. And he's looking to do a face replacement with either...
John Travolta or Nick Cage. I'm writing the stories now. Look at this.
That was exactly what I was going to say. He's looking to replace his face with either John Travolta or Nicolas Cage.
You're referring to the 1997 movie Face Off?
Yes. No, that's actually what's going to happen. Wow. So I'm thinking he's going to go with Travolta.
How's his wife, Patti LaBelle, doing?
So think about Bruce Travolta, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Patty Scalia.
No, that's a judge.
All right, no,
that's a disease.
Or is it hold on? Is it Scialfo? What is her name? Anyway,
I don't know.
All right, two more stories here. We got two more stories.
How many more?
Two more.
All right, hurry up.
Two more. Really, these are the cream of the crop. All right.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we got the cream of the crop.
More Americans get their news from Hal Herman than from any other source.
All right, here we go. More Hal Herman news.
Okay, Aaron Rodgers returned to the New York Jets as doubtful after both of his legs were unfortunately amputated yesterday at a New Jersey hospital. Both of his legs gone. He's going to be he has nubs now for the rest of his life.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers, who was taken out of his New Jets career, after what, the fourth play or something?
Yeah, 4 plays in.
It's horrific.
All right, but
he lost both of his legs after the first play.
His legs were not amputated in New Jersey yesterday.
I think they were, but okay, we'll move on.
Go ahead.
Aaron was severely injured after being pushed in front of a subway train by a homeless man. That does happen a lot.
Oh, my God.
Stop. I've just got breaking news. Hang on a second.
Breaking.
Hang on a second.
Hold on.
Holy. Are you sure?
He's
Are
getting
you sure,
he's getting breaking news in the middle of his news.
Wait a minute.
All right, what's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, I got breaking news. Aaron Rodgers has just been signed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he will be starting this weekend against the New Orleans Saints. Wow. How about that? Get a round of applause.
Wait, hold on a sec. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. He just got signed
now. I just got reports.
With no legs, he's going to start against the Saints this weekend.
Yes. They have some sort of specially built. Looks here.
Hold on. So he's taking the place of Baker Mayfield with no legs?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Specially built magical legs I think they're going to make for him.
Like prosthetics?
Now, Baker Mayfield, as for him, he's been traded to the Tampa Bay Lightning. But that's all right. It's going to be the new goalie after Andre Vajanilevsky was decapitated, unfortunately, in a freak accident on Space Mountain at Universal Studios.
Dude, it's not Vajanilevsky.
Hey, everybody.
It's Andre Vasilevsky.
No, I think it's Andre Vagisilevsky. Vagisil?
It's not vagina.
I think I have to pick that stuff up from my ex-wife sometimes.
Dude, it's not Vaginilevsky and Vagisilevsky, dude.
It doesn't matter.
It's Andre Vasil. He's out for a couple of months because we just found out he had back surgery.
And guess what that means? Baker Mayfield takes in the goalie position. Get ready to feel the thunder. Thunder! All right, Baker, we're here for you.
Oh, my God.
Last story of the day. We're going to go with a big celebrity news story. Are we ready?
Thank God.
All right, here we go.
The last story of the day. Hal Herman headlines.
This is scary stuff. You're a celebrity. Yeah, I know you dealt with stalkers.
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus, I don't know if you know this, she's dealing with a stalker as we speak.
Yeah.
All right, now.
All right. So she has a stalker. Okay, go ahead.
You want the details of what's going on with this? Because this is crazy how this happened. Okay, Miley Cyrus. Why is that? Okay, did you play that on accident? Did you dump that real quick? Dump that.
Don't.
Yes.
What I do wrong?
Well,
I didn't touch anything.
No, you didn't touch anything at all. You just ruined my whole bit. But that's okay.
I didn't have to dump anything.
Looks like Miley Cyrus is dealing with a stalker. Okay, this is crazy. Apparently, it all started with Miley went to her local photo lab to get some pictures developed, and the lab tech, a man named Cy, became obsessed with her. Completely obsessed. He would make doubles of her pictures. One time he gave Miley, did you know Miley had a 10-year-old son?
No.
She has two 10-year-old sons, two twins. He gave them both free cameras, which eventually got him fired. He lost his mind. This guy started stalking him. There's camera footage of him breaking into Miley's house and humping all of her furniture and electronics. Just humping everything, right? He broke in. He got against the fridge like this. He's like this.
Oh, my God.
So he's just humping the fridge, humping the microwave. All right. It's unbelievable. The guy eventually got arrested. Okay, so Miley, but he's going to be released soon.
Hold on. Is this the movie with Robin Williams, the photo dude that is all
60-minute photo or
1 hour photo?
Hour photo?
Is that
I've never heard of such a. That's not a movie.
Did he really hump the appliances in that movie?
That is a fact. He humped all the appliances. And, of course, Miley was asked how she feels about it, and she's quoted as saying, yes. Somebody's watching me.
Oh, my God.
All right, now, as you see.
Is that it?
Nothing but the realest news, nothing but the facts. Hal Herman news. It's a wrap.
Vagisilevsky.
I'm pretty sure it is Vagisilevsky, isn't it?
Vasilevsky is the goalie for the Lightning, out for a couple of months with back surgery.
Congratulations to Baker Mayfield taking over that goalie position. Go Lightning! You guys hanging on? If I hang out for a little bit, rest of the show?
Do you think we ought to continue with this?
Why don't you take some calls?
What are the texters saying?
Best content on this show in ages. Great job,
Froggy.
Oh,
wow, look at that. Where's my contract?
And then,
hey, who's the little guy who runs this place? Hey! What's his name?
Ron DeCastro.
Hey, DeCastro! Get in here and give me a contract, you son of a bitch!
All right. You want me to take phone calls?
Go ahead. I want to see. You know what? Because if people don't like it, I will start drinking right now, and I will drink and do crack with the homeless people under the bridge down the street until I die.
All right.
Just like Bam Margera.
Should Hal Herman headlines...
I thought that was a really good one.
Should it stay or go?
What'd you think?
Let's go to the phone. Let's ask the listeners. Do you like Hal Herman headlines? 800.
How could you not like it?
I don't understand what
Why would you even put that in their mind?
800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 is how you get in.
How about that Bruce Springsteen skin graft on his face? It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see it.
And OJ stabbing people on the Howard Frankfurt.
OJ stabbing people. Oh, my God.
The Howard Frankfurter, whatever. All right, folks, should Hal Herman news stay or go? 800-990-1047. Hey, you can have your say right now. 800-990-1047. Hey, you said let's take phone calls.
I'm nervous now. I don't know. I think I regret that.
I got to say something about the text, my text observations.
Yes.
I'm scared.
So when you're doing this, like there's very little text activity. And I'm like, okay.
That's because they're so involved.
Yes. So all of a sudden when MJ asked the question, now we have like they're pouring in. Right. Yes, I'm peeing myself.
Every line
it must
jammed.
stay. Headlines is the best.
My goodness, what are all those blinking lights at me? That means nobody's calling?
All right. Hi. Good morning, MJ Morning Show. Sam in Tampa. Hi, Sam.
Hey, MJ. How you doing?
Doing fine.
This is hilarious. I think you should keep it for sure.
All right, Sam. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Sam. That deep voice for a woman, right?
Let's grab Ryan in Lakeland. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was last week the debut of Hal's Horrible News?
Well, it's
not horrible news.
It's Hal Herman headlines.
Yeah,
and he did it. He did it last Monday, and then we did it again this Monday, and now here it is again. Oh no, he did it last Friday.
I think he did it Monday and Friday last week.
So he did it. It debuted a week ago today. So it debuted last Friday. Then it happened again on Monday.
All right, let us speak, sir. Jesus,
it's our show, Ryan. You didn't call
it. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that's what I was just making sure because it was last Friday. I was on the way home from work and that came on, and I actually called in and was talking about Hal's Horrible News, and I said, "Is this the debut?" And you said yes, and I said, "Well, can it please be the last?" I guess you did not heed my advice, but this is a bad thing because that day I totaled my car, and listening this morning, I mean, I'm losing IQ points by the second, dude. Come on.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you crashed your stupid car, you a-hole.
Yeah, right?
Screw you. Yeah. You know what? You call my news horrible?
Froggy.
Your driving's horrible.
Yes.
I'm not Froggy. I'm Hal Herman.
Stop it.
Don't you ever put...
I'll start drinking. I think you already have been, pal.
I think you're right.
Thank you, Ryan.
You're drinking with your mom.
Thank you.
Ryan's mom's a very nice
That's
woman.
right.
All right, so now it's 1-1. One loves it. Most hilarious thing they've ever heard.
What an idiot that guy is.
Let's grab Drew in Parrish. Hey, Drew, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
MJ, what's happening, man?
What do you think about Hal Herman headlines?
Well, you played it the first time. I shot you an email, said I hated it. It has to go. It sounded like a hot mess.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of leaning now towards that I like it. But why I don't like it is because the stories are so not true. Like Springsteen. I hate Springsteen. I'm from New Jersey. I hate the guy.
Sounds like you hate a lot.
There was some kind of content, like that story was partially true, but it's far from it.
No, he literally caught on fire at a bocce grill.
So should it stay or should it go? Pick a side.
Yeah, keep it on.
Keep it
so wait a second. He wrote you an email last week and saying he hated it, but now he wants to keep it on. All right.
It's like a fungus.
Dominic's in Riverview. Dominic, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Doing fine. Dominic, obviously from up north. Go ahead, Dominic.
I think it's horrific, but I think it's funny as hell.
It's horrific.
That's quite a horrific, but funny as hell. I mean,
thank you, Dominic.
I think I'll take that.
Yeah, both can be true.
Mike is in St. Pete. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning, fellas. How are you today?
We're doing well. Mike, what do you think of Hal Herman headlines?
Oh, man. I talked to you guys a couple weeks ago, and every morning I listen to you guys with my 7-year-old, and he absolutely gets a kick out of you guys. I have to explain everything, of course, but It's just as good as Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg on Ice. That's the new one coming up on Disney. So,
Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg on Ice.
I'll use that line.
I don't know if it's a compliment.
Mike, thanks for the call. All right, listen, it's kind of going your way. Kim is in Palm Harbor. Hi, Kim. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, MJ. I wanted to call last week, but I felt bad. So I'm calling now because I had to change the station, but then I changed it back. But I had to change it.
Hal Herman, hold on. Hal Herman forced you to change the station?
Yeah.
You must want fake news.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah? What'd you put on? W dumb? Or how about the dumb and ass morning show? How about that? Kim, never trust a Kim.
Hey, Hal.
Trust me when I say, nobody trusts a Kim.
Yeah, Froggy's wife.
Wait, I'm not married.
Froggy's wife's name is Kim.
Wait, I'm Hal.
I'm only calling
Hal's friend
because
Froggy.
somebody else said that they didn't like it because I felt too bad to say I didn't like it. But when
Hold
I
on.
heard somebody else-
Kim, excuse my friend Hal. What specifically did you not like about it?
It didn't sound like a drunken.
He didn't sound drunk enough?
Hold on. Your phone just broke up at the worst possible time. Say it again.
I said maybe if I was drunk, I would have liked it because it just seemed like a drunk episode.
A drunk episode.
It is.
Hey,
a drunk episode.
Some of you guys just don't get it. Your phone's boring monitor went off.
Let's go from Kim in Palm Harbor to Marina in Newport Richie. Marina, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, MJ. He is hilarious. Totally hilarious. I was in Greenwise in Odessa last Sunday, and I was talking about your show, and the guy in the produce department, Keith, said, MJ is still on the air. I said, absolutely. He said, I got to listen. And he
Wait a minute. So the guy at a supermarket up in Newport Richie didn't even know that the MJ Morning Show was back?
No, he did not know.
Yeah, see, that's a major problem still. I mean, our audience is great.
Unreal.
Yesterday's overnights were fantastic. But listen, but there's still so many people that just don't know we're back still. I mean, the upside potential of this show is nuts. So, Marina, I mean, folks, this is polarizing.
It's not on the text line. It's not polarizing on the text line.
It's amazing.
So all the texters love it?
There's maybe one who doesn't, but it was like, I was in a terrible, crappy mood this morning, but Hal brought me laughter. Hal's amazing. Hal's a comedic genius. Hal is the best.
Wow.
It's...
I mean, you guys really love it, but
Ryan is a moron.
There's some horrific stories.
Marina, you've got a thumbs up on Hal Herman headlines.
Absolutely. He is hilarious. I was eating my breakfast and choking at the same time.
Oh, my goodness. Don't die. Thank you, Marina. Hey, Andrew, I'm just going to clear these lines. The texts are pouring in. The phone lines won't stop ringing. I'm just going to clear these calls. James is up next.
Life is so stressful. Hal brings humor to the week.
Oh, that's very nice.
James, you're up. Hi, James. Go ahead.
Hey, MJ, how you doing?
Doing fine.
Hey, I think you guys should keep Hal. He's hilarious, but I think you should put him out on the public. Let him go outside and talk to people.
Oh, Hal Herman on the street?
Yes.
Oh, and video it and do video segments.
It's a horrible idea, sir.
How much you think we care about this show, James?
We'll send them out with Shorty Shane. Thanks, James. Bobby is in Port Richie. Hello, Bobby. MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Hey, I think Hal's all right, but I think he should do the thing with the ball in the mouth and try to sing a couple songs.
All right, that has nothing to do with Hal Herman News. That's called ball gag karaoke.
Ball gag Hal Herman News.
Ball gag headlines?
Yeah. Thanks, Bobby.
Sounds like Bobby's working out a fetish.
People are demented.
3 more calls. Marcus is in Tampa. Marcus, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, good morning, MJ. You know, I have to tell you guys, in this era of hashtag fake news, it is so refreshing to hear a beacon of truth like this on the radio. You can't deny your listeners. You have to let Hal Herman speak his truth.
That's
Marcus? Yes.
Somebody who gets it right there. I think I deserve one of my news drops for such a good comment.
Hal Herman's headlines. Tampa Bay's most trusted source for
Thank
news.
you. I'll do it myself.
You know, Marcus, did you hear MSNBC has crabs?
Yeah. This is my favorite one.
MSNBC has crabs.
All right.
Hal Herman has the real news.
That's right.
Thank you, Marcus.
You know what?
2 more calls. Yes.
Some people are texting us like they're getting the Hal language. He's hilarious. Allegedly the best news.
All right.
They just give her so money.
Henry's in Palmetto. Hello, Henry.
How you doing, MJ?
Doing fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, Hal Herman aimed to me. Nothing beats a little laugh in the morning, so it's good to go.
Hey, Erie, man, Erie.
Nothing. Are you Henry? You Jamaican?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. So Henry, nothing beats a little laugh in the morning. Good to go. Love it, Mon. Thank you, buddy.
All right, you take care.
You
Yeah,
take
I'll
care.
tell you what, seems like things are going my way today, huh?
Yeah, more calls like Hal Herman than dislike Hal. Last call, Mark is in St. Pete. Mark, you got the final say. Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, MJ, you definitely got to keep that on, man. I've been pretty miserable lately with life things, but, man, he had me laughing this morning, so good stuff, man. You guys got to keep him on.
Thank you, buddy.
Sorry about your life.
Hey, multiple callers are saying like their life is in bad shape right now.
What's going on?
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
I'm a real lifesaver.
Well, we get emails like that all the time. Okay, but someone says it's best when MJ banters with the crew, banters with Hal, so we actually get the real news.
All right.
They like that.
That's my least favorite part.
Yeah, seriously.
When you interject, we got to cut that back. All right,
wow.
so I'm out of here. Good to see you guys.
Tell you what, that just wore me the hell out.
I thought it was an acid trip, really.
Holy moly. All right, can I do something very serious here?
Good
guys,
transition. Go ahead. Yeah.
What is different about me versus you guys during the show? What is
care.
different about me, MJ, versus you, Roxanne, you, Fester, you, Froggy, when it comes to the MJ Morning Show daily?
I'm always in my seat. I never go anywhere. I never leave this studio. That's
MJ,
the
why are
difference.
you talking? I thought you asked Roxanne.
Yeah, MJ, you're still
That-
talking.
That is Roxanne.
No.
Well, you're partially. Go ahead, Fester. What's different about you guys versus me?
We don't always talk about pizza and rice cookers and our Instagram.
By the way, the rice cooker, the final Zoji Rushi rice cooker,
I didn't know.
we'll give it away
Really?
after 9 o'clock.
What if I want to buy one? Can I put in a code to save some money?
That's true.
Oh,
Well, thank you.
yeah.
And folks, if you don't win the rice maker and you want to get a phenomenal Zoji Rushi rice cooker, you go to zojirushi.com, use the promo code MJ10, and you'll get 10% off any rice maker you want. All right. So, seriously, so what's different about you three versus me?
You make more money.
Yeah, that's true. That's just
Come on, guys.
Your name is in the title.
It's obvious.
Froggy's funnier.
Froggy.
No, you're short.
Shorter. You're shorter. You're shorter than both Froggy and myself.
What? And that's not a dig. What is
And
it?
Roxanne.
All right, here's
You're older.
here's the deal. No,
You have worse hair.
I stand up the entire show.
That whole thing.
You guys are pretty much sitting down the entire show. Now, Froggy always sits. Roxanne always sits. Fester stands up occasionally, and that's because of the hemorrhoids.
I'm 50-50, and it is because of the roids.
But here's the deal.
If a doctor can call me, I'd appreciate it.
Saw this yesterday. This is from the Washington Post. Sitting all day increases dementia risk.
Well, that's why we run and take breaks during the middle of the show.
It is qualified. Sitting all day increases dementia risk even if you exercise. So even if you exercise later, if your job is predominantly sitting all day, it jacks up your dementia risk.
Well, standing all day gives you varicose veins.
Says who?
It's my excuse.
Where'd you come up with that?
I just Googled it. Yeah. Swelling in the legs.
All right.
Froggy and I are developing dementia right now. Who's this toots?
Hey there, ragamuffin.
I've been sitting all show.
Now,
And
can I move on, guys?
I don't know what he's doing.
I got
What-
dementia all of a sudden from sitting down.
Why are you rubbing your crotch?
My crotch itches.
Why are you just doing that?
Now,
I have the crickets.
the other reason why I'm bringing this up, I don't know what the hell's going on with him.
I don't know.
The other reason why I'm bringing this up is a listener sent me this sitting is the opposite of standing. Are you aware of this song that's floating around?
Sitting is the opposite of standing.
A song about the joys of sitting has become an unexpected hit all over social. Have you heard this thing?
Sitting is the opposite of standing.
Sitting in the opposite of running around, and sitting is a wonderful thing to do because you sitting. Sitting in the opposite of standing on your head, sitting in the opposite of hanging from a barber. Sitting is a wonderful thing to do. I got one thing to say. I think that sitting is something that people say it is bad, but you know that sitting is actually good because you deserve to relax. It's kind of like a nap, it's kind of like something else, but it is actually just sitting. Sitting is the opposite of standing, and sitting is the opposite of running around, but you deserve to sit.
I want to hit this guy with a chair.
So that's gone viral, and apparently it's big with the kids. Mothers and fathers are hearing this. For whatever reason, this has gone viral on social media. It's called Sitting, and I guess it first showed up in a tweet by a comedian by the name of Brian Jordan Alvarez. He was on Will and Grace for a bit. He was in some sci-fi movie named Megan, M3GA, whatever it is.
Oh, that was a big movie.
Was that big?
Yeah, the little doll. The creepy doll.
Yeah. Anyway, so sitting is the opposite of standing.
Can I hear the Sean Connery cover of that?
I mean, he's really saying sitting lazy.
Right there, right on the edge.
Man, that's some nutty stuff right there, folks.
I thought you said we were transitioning to something serious.
Well, I did. I transitioned to the sitting. That if you sit all day, it increases your dementia risk. That was 100%.
See, I have dementia from sitting. I already forgot.
I have dementia from listening to that song.
That was 100% serious. But that apparently is a big item right now, that particular song. Sitting is the opposite of standing. All right. I said I had a whole pile of Taylor Swift stuff. I've got like a weird pile of Olive Garden stories today. I don't know what the heck's going on. So a couple of celebrity things. Before I get to Taylor Swift and Olive Garden. So with the whole Britney Spears deal, where Britney was dancing around in a bikini with like 12-inch knives, clinking them together, then she showed up with like a cut on her wrist, a cut on her leg. Also, people were very worried because in the video with Britney, like with all the knives, her little dog, she had like 3 little dogs that looked like 2 Shih Tzus and something else like running around. And people called the cops. Do you know that the police made a visit to Britney Spears for a wellness check, for a welfare visit?
You know, we all campaigned so hard for the conservatorship to end and for her to be free, to her to make her own decisions, and she has made nothing but terrible decisions.
Law enforcement sources told TMZ the initial call for the welfare check was made by a member of the LAPD SMART team, a group that handles mental evaluations. So the cops actually called the cops to do a welfare check on Britney Spears after this video was posted. Cops made the decision to go to Britney Spears' house because the person actually had some knowledge of Britney and her situation. Once officers arrived, they spoke to Britney's security, who assured them that she was okay and she didn't want to speak. So the deputies left.
You mean you can have the security just turn away the cops?
Britney's attorney called the police later that day asking about the visit, and deputies assured him that they only made the visit because the call was made by someone who knew Britney. They don't make the welfare checks for fan calls. So if a fan, and that's the difference here.
I didn't know that.
If a fan just called up and said, hello, LAPD or LA County Sheriff's Office, we're worried about Britney Spears. She just posted a video. She's dancing around with knives and everything, and she's got cuts on her hands and her wrist and her leg. They wouldn't just show up for a fan, but the fact that somebody inside of the police department called to have a welfare check, that means that they were a little concerned.
Yeah, it sounds like the cop was a fan.
Man, that's nuts. So welfare check.
Yikes.
Oh, you see what happened to Kelly Clarkson?
Oh, no. What?
I just read the headline that, like, she had, like, a flopper popper.
Apparently her breasts were exposed on stage while she was singing a song.
I've never seen a more boring concert in my life than when I saw Kelly Clarkson live.
Kelly Clarkson!
It was so dull. Every song was so slow.
Kelly Clarkson ran off stage mid-concert this week because she apparently felt that her dress was suddenly too sheer and her breasts were showing.
Isn't she the one that puked in a garbage can on stage like 6 months ago?
Kelly Clarkson?
She might have.
Was it?
No,
Kelly Clarkson!
She ran off stage because she vomited in a garbage can. What's up with her?
The wardrobe malfunction was captured by some audience members on video and posted. She was singing her 2012 hit, Catch My Breath.
Catch my breast?
And this was at some event in Minnesota, and the band came to a screeching halt.
Her boobs came out. They're like, the little record scratch.
Wow. And I guess she somehow thought that her breasts were showing. And, she runs off stage.
I have a question. When Kelly gets a Brazilian wax, does she scream her own name?
Oh, that's a good question.
No,
She doesn't get them. She leaves it.
She yells Steve Carell's name.
Yeah. Steve Carell!
Just
No, Kelly Clarkson!
now, when Justin Guarini gets his Brazilian wax, he screams Kelly Clarkson.
As he should.
Travis Kelce. So we got Travis Kelce and this whole Taylor Swift thing, which, listen, they're milking this. This is a promance. This is a promotional romance. This is a promance. Come
Why
on,
can't they just be in love?
Yeah,
this just screams. Listen to this. Travis Kelce, the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, who's now linked to this Taylor Swift deal, it is now being said that he could make up to $10 million because of this little promotional romance and the so-called Taylor Swift effect.
So what's in it for her? I heard that guy's a scumbag.
You heard what? That Travis?
Yeah, I heard he's kind of a dirty guy. He's I don't know.
Are you looking for an ass kicking?
Yeah, what?
You think that guy?
You think Travis Kelce won't fly to Tampa, come here, kick your ass, get back on the plane, and make it back to Kansas City in time for kickoff?
Okay, I take it back.
So, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce could make as much as $10 million.
How?
In off-field earnings, according to a sports marketing expert. It is estimated Kelce currently makes about $5 million a year in off-field earnings. And this guy says he wouldn't be surprised if he doubles that number, says Bob Dorfman, the creative director at marketing agency Pinnacle Advertising. So he might be able to, parlay this new fame, because do you know how many new people are aware now of Travis Kelce because of the whole Taylor Swift deal that never even knew that he played for the Chiefs, never even knew who the hell this guy was, and suddenly he's got a whole new audience being made aware of him because of Taylor Swift.
So what do you think happened? Whose idea was it? Was it Taylor's people? They're like, let's pick the most famous tight end in football.
Who knows?
I think he talked about her during his podcast, and it kind of got out, and then it got to her, and they're like, hey, let's put...
Do you think they've done it?
Oh, man.
Do you want to hear something else that's... Guys, why do you always have to gravitate there? Listen to this. The NFL on Fox. Now it's coming out that once the Fox broadcast crew last week caught wind that Taylor Swift was going to be in attendance... Sorry, hit the wrong button. That one. So once the Fox crew heard that Taylor Swift was going to be there, they wanted to play some Taylor Swift songs, and they couldn't get permission to do it. Why didn't you permit? Just play the damn thing. So the Fox crew tried to play Taylor Swift because they had all these rumors that were circulating that she was going to be at the game, and the associate producer of Fox NFL, Rich Gross, sought permission to use some of Swift's music, and they were told no. So they went to Taylor Swift's people or the publishing company and said, we'd like to use some of Taylor Swift's music if she shows up at the football game. And they said no.
Well, they're very protective of it.
Why would they have said no?
Exactly. Why the heck would they say no? It doesn't make sense.
Rights to the song.
Well, you pay your ASCAP and BMI, and you can play whatever you
what
want.
do you know
right?
about ASCAP and BMI?
I know a thing or two.
He knows about the BMI, which is Body Mass Index. That's not the music publishing company. It's Body Mass
I
Index.
will say I saw Travis Kelce in the first commercial that I think I've ever seen him in. He's on like a Jake from State Farm commercial with Patrick Mahomes.
How famous is this guy?
Yeah. And speaking of Patrick Mahomes, reports are that Taylor Swift was all friendly with Patrick Mahomes' wife and that they were doing shots together at the after party. So after the game, there was a party and that Taylor Swift was cozying up to Brittany Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes' wife.
I don't know about you, and I've never heard her voice, but Brittany Mahomes looks like she talks like this. What's her voice sound like?
And finally here, come on, Heinz Ketchup is making some special Taylor Swift condiment because of the viral Taylor Swift photo. So Heinz, the ketchup manufacturer, is releasing a new condiment. It's inspired by the viral photo of Taylor Swift eating chicken fingers. She was seen in a suite with Travis Kelce's family, and in the photo, she was eating a piece of chicken with ketchup and what looked like ranch dressing. So is this real? Is Heinz really making a ketchup ranch dressing mix because Taylor Swift was seen dipping a freaking chicken finger in ketchup and ranch at the same time?
Anything she does is turned into some sort of marketing thing?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
How powerful is this woman? Can she run for president?
How big of a star is she?
Is she bigger than Oprah?
I don't get it. I'm not a fan. If you are, listen, but I just see her as contrived and totally manufactured. And listen, I'm not a fan, but if you are, that is your prerogative, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You heard of her new album name?
What?
Dutch Oven Queen.
We just
Wait till Travis experiences.
And there is a little bit of a warning, and Taylor Swift is attached, but also Beyonce, Messi.
Mm-hmm,
Messi, Lionel Messi, the soccer player who just came to the United States playing down in Miami. The IRS is warning anybody that bought some of these big event tickets and then resold them for a profit that the IRS wants their share. They want tax on your capital gains of selling tickets at a profit. So if you've resold tickets to some of the hottest shows like Taylor Swift, Beyonce, the Miami soccer games with Lionel Messi, got to pay the IRS. New rules for the 1099-K form say that those who unloaded tickets on StubHub or Ticketmaster selling more than $600 worth of tickets are now required to put the earnings down as taxable income. So, little heads up.
Whoa.
Little warning on that sucker. All right. Now, when we get back, this, by the way, brings an end to 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. When we get back, the next segment's going to go into the 9 o'clock hour. In the next segment, I will give away the final Zoji Rushi rice cooker. The final one, folks. Last time we play this.
Let's kick it. Rice, baby.
Got to get my money's worth out of this sucker.
Rice, baby.
Valued over $200.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. MJ got something new for the kitchen. Cook it, either brown or whitely. Flow with the rice both daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn on the switch, watch it go. If there was a problem with your sushi, kick out the rice with your new Zoji Rushi. Rice, baby.
All right, the final rice maker valued at over $200. This is a top-notch Japanese company, Zoji Rushi, and you could have one of these amazing appliances for your kitchen during National Rice Month in the next segment.
Yo, man, let's get out of here. Word to the MJ Morning Show.
So stand by. It's on the way. Also, we got Busch Gardens tickets to give away as well. So, you know, it doesn't get any busier than what we're doing here today on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. So, a long chunk of the show is next. Let's talk international Diamond Center. Let's talk IDC. All right, the absolute last thing I thought I'd say. Folks, the furthest thing from my mind this morning would be what I'm about to say. And that is, it is exactly 9 o'clock, and we have breaking Mr. Big News, who just did the song you just heard. Ladies and gentlemen, for breaking Mr. Big News, let's go to Andrew, our producer, in the producer booth. Yes, Andrew.
I know we've talked about them having dates all over Europe before.
Oh,
but
we
they
did.
have
You're
3
right, we
dates
did.
coming up in Florida.
Say it again. Say it again.
They have the Mr. Big has 3 tour dates in Florida.
They have 3 turd dates coming in Florida?
All right, so tell us about the tour dates.
Okay, they have Key West, January 17th in 2024.
Yeah.
Orlando, January 20th.
Ew.
And Clearwater at the Capitol Theater on January 21st.
Oh, right there.
Mr. Big at the Capitol Theater in Clearwater? Holy moly.
The best
You can
part.
hear both hits.
Yeah, about to say that concert's 15 minutes. They only have 2 songs, right?
Yeah, hold on. That song was 3 minutes and 14 seconds.
I mean,
and the second, what was the second hit they had? Because that was their biggest hit, To Be With You.
I don't even know what their second song is.
Anyway, I've invited our chief engineer, Max, in for a moment, and I'll explain in just a second. Michelle's been texting me incessantly. Can I share some of the texts from Michelle?
Why don't you call in?
So my lovely wife, Michelle, and she watches us on MJTV. So Michelle listens to the show and watches on MJTV every morning. You can do the same. We're live on TV. We've got multiple cameras in the studio, and you can watch us from 6 to 10 a.m. live, or you can do the replay whenever you want. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, and then at the top row, you'll see MJTV. Click on that for all your options. So I want to read some of the text that Michelle just sent to me. Stop rubbing your face and picking your hair on camera.
Oh, you always do that.
Why are you giving Roxanne the stink eye?
You always do
Thank
that.
you, Michelle. You always do that. That's your perpetual.
Put your tongue back in your mouth.
What? I haven't noticed that.
Stop scratching your head like you have lice.
What's your problem?
You are a head scratcher.
Is Michelle doing a drinking game on this National Coffee Day? She's taking sips of coffee anytime you scratch your head.
And then she's like, and then the last text is, when you do that, your face is really close to the camera.
Pick a winner, pal.
Anyway, all right. So thank you, Michelle, for keeping me on my feet. I've invited Max, the chief engineer, into the studio. Max, you and I are going on a trip.
We are.
At 10 a.m.
We are. Where are we going?
Yeah, we're going to Best Buy or Target. We are going to buy a new TV set today.
Max might have a meeting or something.
Awesome.
All right, because
Awesome.
do you have a company credit card? How do you buy stuff? Because listen, if I don't grab this bull by the horns and make this happen, that TV is going to be broken till 2026. So our TV, apparently, you've ascertained that our Vizio TV in the studio has died.
There has to be another TV somewhere, right?
It's ran its course.
This TV has been here for probably 10 years. I mean, look at the size of this bezel, MJ. It's been here 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You can tell how old a TV is by the size of the bezel because the edges have gotten almost, the screen is edge to edge these days. So, listen, the TV this is a precursor. This old 2006 Harris console is going to die at any moment, and we're going to be off the air. So if I wait for that TV to get fixed on normal time, and listen, it's not your fault.
No.
It's just kind of the way the company works and the way accounting works. So, Max, what are you doing at 10 o'clock?
I think I can make some time to come with you.
All right,
Oh, what a horrible decision.
We're good. How close is the closest Best Buy to right here? Is there one nearby, or is there? I know there's a Target right down the street.
I think the nearest Best Buy might be in Clearwater.
Let's go to Target.
All right, or Target is right down the street.
There's
Target,
one right by Publix.
Target's got a whole wall of TVs.
Right over at the Gateway Center.
All right, so our TV, which we keep track of local news in the studio, like our new studio, if it ever comes, I need multiple TVs so I can have multiple channels on. But now our TV to local news on TV or Good Morning America, the Today Show, it's dead. And if I don't literally grab you and have an official engineering decision made to go buy a TV today so it's ready for us on Monday morning, it's not going to happen. And it's not you, Max, because you get crap done, but it's the wheels of indecision, the wheels of getting crap approved. I mean, our radio station was wide open for 2 months. because we had all kinds of stuff all jimmied up in all kinds of red tape in getting our new security system approved by corporate that our door, folks, we can tell you
Lots
this
of
now.
red tape.
Tons of
red tape.
we can tell you this now. Our radio station, like 4 doors, were wide open for 2 months. Anybody could have walked into this place 24/7 and done anything.
Not anymore. I just want to put a disclaimer out there.
Yeah.
It is locked.
Yeah.
Don't even try.
All right. So now
And it's been locked for like 4 weeks.
Right.
Okay?
Now the place is locked down now, but from like May 24th through like July something, this place, the doors were wide freaking open. I've never seen anything like it. So if I go with that kind of plan, this TV's not getting fixed for a year. So that's why you and I, we're getting in my car and we're going to get a TV right after the show today.
MJ,
All right?
how much are you going to pay?
No,
What?
go to Leslie in accounting and ask.
Yeah, that's going to work.
I'm sure Mac has his own slush fund of expendable.
Do we have a corporate credit card? Do we have a credit? Do we have one in how?
No.
What do we do?
No.
So how do we pay for the TV?
We get reimbursed.
All right.
So MJ has to buy it.
No.
Yeah, you do.
So hold on. So Max, you're going to put it on your credit card, right?
He's not going to do
Why
that.
would Max do
Yeah, why would Max
that?
do that? Max could care
Yeah.
less if
All
you
right.
have a
You-
TV.
Guess
Okay.
what? I'm going to Ron the castrate's office. I'm going to Ron's
Good.
office.
You're-
I'm getting Ron. You know what? We're going to make Ron go with us on the ride as well
Oh my God!
to
you're
get our
making
new
this-
TV.
You're making this less and less
Right.
fun all the
All right,
time.
all right. So Max, I will see you at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
We
Okay.
are replacing this TV this afternoon, so it's ready for us on Monday morning.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you, buddy.
All right.
Appreciate the
He's-
hard work.
Thanks, Max.
Yeah,
we
Max-
love you.
Max- Max is the man.
Against all odds around here, I appreciate your hard work. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Max
Max is
he's great.
super sharp.
Thanks.
Good job, Max.
I want my own segment once a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you deserve it.
I was just thinking like one of the texters was like, you should have Roxanne's racy revelations or something like once a week, just like
I like that.
you know, once the kids have been dropped off at school, sometime in the 8 o'clock hour,
Oh,
like
really?
literally.
Oh, okay.
All right.
What do you think?
Wow, you're just pitching right on the show, huh?
I think we should think it through a little more before we just give you 15 minutes
That
of
was
earth.
weird. Usually I pitch my ideas all during the commercials.
Could you write up a business proposal and just email it to me? Let me study this. Hey,
I like that idea.
they don't have to worry about Dianne Feinstein in California resigning because Dianne Feinstein has checked out. So, yeah, senior senator from California, Dianne Feinstein, has passed away. And, folks, listen, rest in peace. I'm not going to get into any politics here. However, if you've seen Dianne Feinstein, it looked like she died about 3 years ago. But that's a whole different story. But
90 years old.
yeah, how old? 90?
90.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, she's been just in a fog, not even knowing where she was for a while. So now the governor, Gavin Newsom, I guess, appoints someone to finish her term. So, a Freudian slip there. So, yeah.
Listen, during her prime, she was a big force in the Senate.
Yeah, she was. She longtime Democrat, obviously. So Dianne Feinstein out in California, dead at the age of 90.
Does Hal Herman have any thoughts on the passing of Senator Feinstein?
Fester, why you?
You know what? I have a lot of thoughts about her. She was relatively important, I'd say. But I don't do politics.
Okay. All
I'm right down the middle, baby.
Yeah, there you go. It's probably the best thing to do. I want to call up Andrew Duncan. You know Duncan Duo?
Yeah.
I love that guy. Oh, sorry.
All right.
I want to call up Andrew. Do you remember? I had an idea. I want to see if Andrew wants to climb on board with an idea I had.
Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew Duncan. Duncan Duo, welcome back to the MJ Morning Show, buddy.
How's it going?
Going well, and I want to thank you again for being an MJ Morning Show supporter, an MJ Morning Show advertiser. I appreciate it.
Always, as always. Appreciate you guys.
Yep, I do, live endorsement commercials for Andrew Duncan and the Duncan Duo, and, I wanted to run something by you, and we did a story, I think it was earlier this week. It might have been Monday that we did the story, and do you remember I talked about this truth in advertising with real estate sales? And
yeah,
Andrew, there was a story about a former funeral home house. So it's like a creepy old Victorian house up in Massachusetts. And it's a home, but it used to be a funeral home. And some of those old school places are like that, you know? And it's
it's common up north.
Yeah, it's for sale. Exactly. It's for sale in Millbury, Massachusetts. And what I loved about the story is the real estate sign out front. You know, what do you call the wooden bracket? You know, the stick that goes up and the arm that goes. Is there a name for that?
A rider is what it is. There's a little rider that hangs on the sign that says something.
Yeah. All right. So you got, you know what I'm talking about. You got the real estate sign and you got the for sale, and then you have the slot on top where you can slide in, you know, pool or
it's called a rider.
So the rider, like reduced price or contract pending. So this particular former funeral home house is for sale, and the rider, the little sign slipped them on top. It reads probably haunted.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I thought it was fantastic. And Andrew, this got me thinking that, you know, we have a relationship with you at the Duncan Duo Real Estate. And what if on some of your future listings, if we have signs made like former murder scene? or
I don't think that would work. Probably haunted. I don't know if that's really helping. I actually have a friend that does free tacos if you buy this house.
Oh, you got a friend who's a real estate comedian.
Oh. Yeah, they do free tacos if you buy this house. I've got one that does free pizza if you buy a house. Like, you know, a lot of times it says something like, you know, it's gorgeous inside, or, you know, your next home, or beautiful pool. But probably haunted is pretty funny, especially on something like that.
Yeah, that's hysterical. Former funeral home house. All right, so I came up with a couple of options here. And listen, this might get us some press, right? We put in signs, so you don't think that murder scene would work?
I think murder scene might be a little rough. The seller may not love that very much.
Okay. Well, Andrew, what if it was actually a murder scene, though?
Which is wild.
What about
nobody was murdered here?
What about this one? What about...
I like nobody was murdered.
Really safe home.
What about former meth cook house?
Same thing, probably. How about not a meth cook house?
I know. What are you doing? This is how you sell
Wait a
stuff.
minute. I got another one. Awful roach problem.
Oh, my God. Joe's apartment?
That would actually, so I can see that working on like a really high-end house.
Right.
Like, then people would think it's hilarious. But like on a regular house, that might be weird for people. But you know, if you put a $5 million house on Bayshore or in Colbreth or Beach Park, and you did that, I think people would find that funny because they know it's not true. That I could see working, but on a regular house, I think that would probably be a deterrent. I don't think people would see the comedy.
But if you want to think this through, and you know, let's get together on this, maybe talk it over a little more.
I think there's some fun you could run with it. Like, you know, there's. What about like people in your neighborhood? You know, be MJ's neighbor.
Yes, because he's so public about it.
Hey, Andrew, did you want to talk about your new real estate venture and affiliation?
I'm really excited about it. So we announced a couple of weeks ago that we joined LPT Realty, which is, if you've ever seen Robert Palmer from RP Funding's commercials, the real estate brokerage he started, and it's really pretty revolutionary because it allows real estate agents to earn stock shares in the company and earn a retirement income for bringing real estate agents to the company. The interesting thing is most real estate agents work their whole career and they get to the end of the career and they don't have anything because they don't keep selling houses. That's why there's so many real estate agents working, you know, well past retirement age. And so he came up with this revolutionary idea. It's growing like crazy. And he's a great marketer, and I'm really excited about it. We left the company we were with for 14 years and joined them just a couple of weeks ago, and so far it's been really exciting.
There it is. So congratulations, Andrew. All right, let's get together. Let's brainstorm on funny signs.
Yeah, let's come up with some crafty ones. I don't know about the roaches inside one, but
so
funny on the high-end house.
How about rats the size of cats?
Andrew.
Hey, I'm making them laugh.
It's funny, if the foreclosure stuff ever comes back, you could use that. It would be pretty good.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Have a great weekend, Andrew.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye-bye. All right, I got to do the 9:10 story of the day, so I got the big must-hear 9:10 story. I'm running a few minutes late. Let's go ahead and give away the final rice maker from Zoji Rushi, folks.
Yo, MJ, let's kick it. Rice, rice, baby.
Last time I can play this, I think.
Rice, rice, baby.
Until next year.
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. MJ got something new for the kitchen. Cook it, either brown or whitely. Flow with the rice, both daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn on the switch, watch it go. If there was a problem with your sushi, kick out the rice with your new Zoji Rushi. Rice, rice, baby.
Let's do it. The final Zoji Rushi rice cooker. This is valued at over $200. This is my favorite kitchen appliance. It makes the best Japanese sticky rice and all other rices. This is unconventional. I don't think many morning shows in the history of broadcasting have given away 5 rice makers during a week, but we do weird stuff here at the MJ Morning Show. Expect the unexpected. So this is the last one. The 5th one will take caller 105 right now. Caller 105, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Caller 105. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show, and we'll talk to the winner on the line live in minutes. Now, the 9:10 must-hear story running a few minutes late. Celebrity NDAs. Celebrities that make people sign non-disclosure agreements before they'll date you. I mean, can you imagine that? I mean, isn't that a turnoff?
I'm sure that Taylor Swift and what's-his-face have one.
Okay.
And we've already brought this up. I'm sure if there even is a Kelsey relationship with Taylor Swift, even if there is Travis Kelce really, which I dispute it. I don't think it's true. Most people are pointing to all the signs that what's going on with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, that it's what they call a promance. It's like this promotional promo romance, and just to get headlines. And listen, Taylor Swift is brilliant at capturing headlines. So with that brewing, what about other celebrities that have made whoever they date sign an NDA?
I think celebrities probably get burned, and so they say, I'm not going to have this happen again. Something gets leaked to the tabloids, and they're like, all right, next time I start dating someone, I'm going to have them sign an NDA, and then they're protected. And I don't think it's a big deal.
So you don't think it's a big deal? So hold on. If you were dating somebody of note, and before you went on to the first date, or if you're starting to get a little closer and friendlier, if they said, hey, Roxanne, let's say you were dating Derek Jeter.
Okay, let's not, because that's gross. That's like a brother relationship.
Oh,
That's like incest. That's like incest. That's like a brother.
You're not related to him.
MJ, I remember reading a story about him where he used to do NDAs and gift baskets.
No, those are untrue. Those are completely
no
not
gift
true.
baskets?
Oh yeah, what was that gift basket story?
No, guys, don't even say that. That's slander. It's not true.
No, it's not slander.
Well, it's not. It's inaccurate.
Well, but what was the inaccurate story then? What was it? Froggy, do you remember?
I can't say.
Oh, okay.
We have this thing called a computer with all the information in the history of mankind.
The point, though, Roxanne, that would not bother you if a guy you were dating said, hey, and let's say it was a well-known individual, whether an athlete, a celebrity, whatever, and they said, Roxanne, before we go any further, I need you to sign this non-disclosure agreement that you won't reveal anything about our relationship or what we do and when we do it and how we do it. And
maybe he's got like a really funny birthmark on his body and doesn't want me to go to the press about it after and be like a jilted lover. He doesn't know me. If I'm just starting to date him, he doesn't know that if I have discretion or I don't.
Or
I'm going to come on the MJ Morning Show and talk about it.
Wasn't
that would be embarrassing.
Weren't there allegations that Michael Jackson had vitiligo on his thing?
Vitiligo, right?
He had it everywhere else.
Vitiligo.
Debuted and
it's a completely different life. Listen, we live normally pedestrian lives compared to somebody who's a super celebrity. I can understand wanting to have an NDA.
Like if somebody was dating Channing Tatum, I don't know if you heard of him. I would imagine he would have an NDA because what if he has really stinky duties, or what if he?
Froggy, really?
Well, you don't say you don't want these things to get out there, which I know for a fact.
I just dumped that.
He does.
I just dumped that.
Froggy said,
I
"What
hope
if?"
I was a little late in the dump. I hope that I got it.
Channing, if you heard that, he knows it's a fact.
I hope I got it. Froggy, stop it.
It's his diet.
You know what? I have to give you a list of things you cannot say on the show.
I'm going to give you a list of things you can't say on the show. How about that?
All right. So would you like to hear the list? Would you like to hear the list of celebrities that make their partners sign NDAs or non-disclosure agreements?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right. Scott Disick.
See, that guy's a loser.
Yeah, no one's even going to talk about it. No one cares.
Scott Disick.
Kourtney Kardashian's ex-husband?
Yeah, exactly.
Who gives a turkey?
Yep.
But he probably attracts people who would go to the tabloids with stuff.
But at one point, he was better known than Kourtney Kardashian.
That's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago, but made her sign, most likely, a NDA. He's known for that. Justin Bieber.
Oh, who's that?
Justin Bieber absolutely uses NDAs when he's in a relationship or if he picks up some groupie to, whatever. Taylor Swift is on the list. Taylor Swift has been known to make people sign NDAs. Mel Gibson. I'm not going to belabor all these. I'm just going to give you the list. Mel Gibson, Tom Cruise, known for NDAs. Mariah Carey, Charlie Sheen. You don't hear much about him anymore. What is he doing? Britney Spears has been known to make people do NDAs. Drake makes people sign non-disclosures.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez in the past has made men that she's gone out with sign non-disclosure agreements.
I would gladly sign a J-Lo non-disclosure.
You're going to love this one. Bill Cosby has made people sign non-disclosure pudding pop agreements.
Sign this little pill.
But that just. Oh, go ahead. Tell me your list.
All right, Ben Affleck is on the list. Miley Cyrus, Chris Brown.
He had to sign an NDA for Miley Cyrus.
Oh, because you guys rented Miley Cyrus.
But then she violated it, so it didn't matter.
How did she violate the NDA?
She was out in the front yard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, what if she just wanted some sun?
Well, because Doug and Roxanne, they have a home on Davis Islands that they rent, and Miley Cyrus rented it for the Super Bowl when it was here a couple of years ago.
Yeah. But, I have zero problem with that because if you think about it, celebs or whomever, different people have people who work for them sign NDAs, and that's going to end. You might fire that person; they might be mad, but I mean, a love relationship isn't always going to end as friends.
All right,
you don't want them saying bad stuff about you.
Chris Brown is on the list. I got to give away the rice maker, so I'm speeding it up here. Chris Brown is on the list. You got to sign an NDA. So, just out of curiosity, did Rihanna have to sign an NDA before he slugged her?
That might have been a violation of the NDA on his part.
Tiger Woods makes people sign NDAs. And then finally...
He gives people his DNA.
Liam Gallagher is on the list. These are celebrities
From Oasis?
These are celebrities that make people sign NDAs. All right, let's give away the rice maker. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who is this?
Darlene.
It is what?
Darlene.
Darlene, where are you calling from?
Largo.
Darlene in Largo, would you like a rice?
Oh, my God. I'm so excited.
Darlene, you're caller 105. You have the greatest kitchen appliance ever.
Yes.
Darlene, congratulations. The Zoji Rushi rice cooker is all yours. The final one here during National Rice Month.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
Hey, it's one of MJ's favorite things. I love this thing. It's one of my favorite appliances ever. I've got it now. You can pick it up at the station today if you want to. Congratulations. You got the final one.
Thank you.
All right, Darlene, thanks for listening to the MJ Morning Show. Do you like our content? Do you like our show?
Oh, I love it. Been listening for years.
Thank you, Darlene. All right, hold the phone, and we'll get you all the information you need. Andrew's going to tell you how to come pick this thing up.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Darlene. We appreciate you listening to the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. So Ron DeCastro, our market manager and vice president, has just walked in the studio, and he's got an agenda, I can tell.
Uh-oh.
He's working for you.
So, Ron, grab that microphone and get it right there in front of you. So what brings you in this? Oh, I guess you heard that I had Max in a few minutes ago? All right.
And I have great news. Great news. Your team's already excited. I got a TV.
A little closer.
I got a TV. It's beautiful. 13-inch black and white RCA.
Ooh.
I can pay in 4 easy installments.
Where'd you find this? Like eBay or something? Or
what a great find.
So now the only problem is going to take a little bit while to get here, but It's okay. I mean,
13-inch black and white TV.
That'd be awesome.
Remember the old click knobs? You had to turn the channel.
No. This one's far more progressive than that.
Okay.
We got a remote on this one. But 4 easy payments, interest free, no less.
Yeah, and how much is it? $99?
No, it's $67.50.
Oh, $67.
Oh, wow. That's a great price.
All right, Ron. All kidding aside, the TV's dead.
We're getting you a TV. It's a beautiful one.
Sounds really nice.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make a little bit
shelf. You got to put a shelf.
Little shelving.
It's an old. It's an old CRT. It's an old cathode ray
now,
tube.
what did you do to my Vizio?
No,
it just died.
Dude,
It just died.
Ron, newsflash. That TV just died. This whole studio, this console is going to die, and we're going to be off the air because.
Hold on, I better start looking up.
You better start looking for a
consoles and eBay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got the TV. Now I'm going to go back to my desk and work on consoles. I'll be back.
Thank you. Yeah. Here's a Radio Shack
Ron.
DJ mixer from
Beautiful,
1977.
Getting on the pressing issues.
Thank you, Ron. All right, quick break. 9:25 at the MJ Morning Show.
I don't think he takes you seriously.
I don't think so either. All right. I think I'm in my final months here at the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, 9:25. Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show on a Friday is next. I got a lot of stuff to do, so don't move. We'll also give away the 4-pack of Busch Gardens Howl O Scream tickets coming up, and Halloween Horror Nights now through Halloween select nights, and I got your free tickets and parking pass next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Couple of great... Segment of the MJ Morning Show here on a Friday. Do you remember something I mentioned earlier? That I had a whole pile of a certain type of story, and it just seemed a little awkward. Like, why would I have a whole pile of this and related to that? Do you know what it is?
Of course I remember.
What was it?
The finest Italian/American restaurants nationwide.
Yeah.
The Garden of Olives. You said you had several Olive Garden stories.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. I've got a whole pile of Olive Garden stories today.
I'm here for it, man. I love Olive Garden.
All right, here we go. It's Olive Garden Palooza, folks! Let's go!
I'm jonesing for that endless soup, salad, and breadsticks as we speak.
All right, so here's the deal. Do you remember a while ago we did the story about a guy claimed that he found a rat's foot in his minestrone soup at Olive Garden?
Yeah.
Well, the update is he's suing. Oh. So now we have a lawsuit. Minestrone, the minestrone soup. Guy in Michigan claims he found a rat's foot in his soup at Olive Garden back in March. Yeah, we talked about this some months ago when it first happened, and now he's filed a lawsuit in Macomb County. Guy's name is Thomas Howie, and he alleges that he went out to dinner with friends at an Olive Garden in Warren, Michigan, when he had a stabbing pain in his mouth.
Dude, look at the picture.
Yeah.
Look at the picture of the little rat's foot just chopped off right at the rat ankle.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
He had a stabbing pain in his mouth because the rat's toenails apparently went into his cheek as he was...
Look at the nail. Look at that nail right there.
There's little rat nails. A little rat pedicure place. So he's suing Olive Garden. And we told you about the story when it first happened, and now he's filed a lawsuit. He's suing Olive Garden and I guess an LLC in Michigan called Olive Garden Holdings, and he's seeking damages upwards of $25,000 for physical injury. A lot of times in many states, you have to put a number in, but you're suing for much more, or you're looking for a jury trial with a bigger payout for compensatory or punitive damages. Like in Florida, you'll see a lawsuit has been filed seeking damages of, I think $15,000 is like a number you see a lot, but clearly they're looking for a lot more than that. So he's filed the lawsuit, physical injury, mental anguish, emotional distress. Olive Garden's parent company, Darden Restaurants, which they're based over in Orlando, they vehemently deny the merits of the lawsuit. They told Today's Show, we have no reason to believe there's any validity to the claim. And, well, we'll see what happens.
That is a pretty convincing photo of a rat foot.
Listen, the bottom line is you do not take the law into your own hands. You take them to court. And that apparently will happen unless the Olive Garden settles out of court.
Does Olive Garden serve a ratatouille?
Ratatouille.
Right, so that's Olive Garden story number one. How the hell do I have more Olive Garden stories? Well, I saw this a couple of days ago. Seniors have stopped eating at Cracker Barrel, Olive Garden, and it's not clear when they're going to come back. What? Senior citizens? Yeah, this is weird. Retirees have lost their appetite for Cracker Barrel and Olive Garden since the pandemic. No amounts of biscuits and gravy, unlimited pasta refills seems to be enough to entice the 65 and older crowd as they continue to pinch pennies because of high inflation post-coronavirus, post-COVID. I had no idea that senior citizens, 65 and up, are apparently they're shunning Cracker Barrel and Olive Garden.
So it's because of cost? So it's because they're on fixed incomes and inflation? And is that that's the deal?
Yeah. Well, lunch is costing $20. That's kind of a lot for lunch, I think.
Here's the deal. Olive Garden restaurants, according to the story, are trying to bring customers back, and they're reintroducing their never-ending pasta bowl. And I just saw a commercial for that. I think I saw one last night. I think it was actually during NFL football because Michelle is watching every football game on every channel every day. So you got Sunday, you got Monday, you got Thursday. So I think we were watching last night. It was Lions in Green Bay, and I believe I saw the never-ending pasta bowl commercial on Amazon Prime, NFL Thursday. So we'll see what happens. You know, I have not been to Olive Garden. You know what? I probably should go.
Why don't we have a morning show outing? Why don't we have the annual morning show dinner at the Olive Garden?
The last time I was at Olive Garden was 1993, the Olive Garden on Lynn Haven Parkway in Virginia Beach, right near the Lynn Haven Mall. That's when Michelle was working at Navy Federal Credit Union on Lynn Haven Parkway, and that's before Michelle and I got engaged and before Michelle, moved down to Florida. Went out to lunch with her crew, all of her friends from Navy Federal for lunch.
Wow.
Yeah, in Virginia Beach. That's last time I was at Olive Garden was 1993.
You will be happy to know that location still stands.
I know. I just passed by it.
Okay.
I just passed. Michelle and I were in Virginia Beach 2 weekends ago. We just passed by it. So, you ready for Olive Garden story number 3?
Yeah. I think you need to. Yeah.
A third? You can't make this crap up. Listen to this from thedailymeal.com. Does Olive Garden actually reserve its uneaten breadsticks?
Oh, come on.
When you hear Olive Garden, there's a good chance that the first thing that comes to mind is unlimited breadsticks. The casual Italian-inspired restaurant chain is perhaps best known for its perpetual offer of unlimited breadsticks and salad, making it dangerously easy to fill up before your entrees even arrive. Blah, blah, blah. Free-flowing breadsticks must mean that a lot of bread baskets make it to the tables but aren't finished. And as you may have heard, people speculating that untouched breadsticks return to the kitchen only to be served to the next guests. The image of somebody else's family breathing and who knows what else on your seemingly fresh breadsticks for the last hour isn't really appetizing. Fortunately, you can rest assured this is not the case.
Says who?
As was later reported by Redbook, an Olive Garden employee affirmed during a Reddit discussion in no uncertain terms that uneaten breadsticks are absolutely, positively thrown out and never served to another table, and I have no reason to doubt that. Listen, it's not a mom and pop place. This is a chain. They've got. I have no reason to believe. So the rumor, if you've ever heard it, or what happens to the breadsticks that are not? They are thrown out at Olive Garden, and you get brand new. See, this is even. I think this is even more of a reason why 30 years later I should go back to Olive Garden.
We should. I'm telling. I think you psychologically give Olive Garden a bad rap in your head, and it's a good place.
Listen,
it is good.
It's not like you're eating
I love Italian food, and I like certain levels of Italian food.
It's no Roca.
It's not like you're on the Amalfi Coast overlooking the sea. But I'm
in Positano.
It's pretty
good.
Yeah.
I'm on the beach in Positano.
You walk in hungry, you leave full and half drunk. It's a pretty good night.
Yes. Oh man, I can't wait. Michelle and I were thinking about. There was a shot. It's not going to happen, but I wanted to just do an instant week in Firenze in Florence next month. But I don't think we're going to be able to make it happen. But listen, I'm dreaming of going back to Caiazzo. About an hour outside of Napoli, to go back to Pepe and Grani. Most incredible Neapolitan pizza I've ever had. Phenomenal. And then second best, I think, is probably Una Pizza Napolitana in Manhattan. So.
Do they have a Sbarro's in Italy?
Yeah.
Do they?
Well, remember the Office episode where Michael Scott, when you want New York pizza, this is the place, and he's standing in front of Sbarro in like Times Square or whatever. What else? Did you see? You had some maniac show up to a Phillies game with an alligator on a leash, calling it an emotional support alligator. This wasn't Miami Marlins. No, this is in Philadelphia. A fan was denied entry into Citizens Bank Park on Wednesday up in Philly when he attempted to get in with an emotional support alligator. Yeah, the Philly fan, identified as Joey Henney, has the gator named Wally, of course it is, to help him battle depression. Are you kidding me? According to the Phillies website, guide dogs, service animals, or service animals in training are welcome. All other animals are prohibited. And Wally did not fit into the category. What is a guy in Philadelphia doing with like an 8-foot alligator on a freaking leash? Are you kidding me?
This is a pretty good sized gator.
Yeah, it's not 8 feet. It might be, 5?
4 or 5 feet?
That's it.
Here's a picture of him lifting it and hugging it.
He's holding it like a baby. How does this thing not bite his face off? The guy is cuddling an alligator in Philadelphia.
He needs an emotional support something because he's making bad decisions.
What the hell is going on in Philadelphia? And then you saw they just had like this massive looting. Hey, you know about Meatball?
I do know who Meatball is.
Who's Meatball?
Meatball?
Yeah, who's Meatball, Froggy?
My dead dog?
Okay, yes.
No.
That is answer
well,
one.
that is true. Froggy did have a dog named Meatball.
No, who?
So, Meatball's a live streaming influencer that was involved in like the looting. They've had like 2 nights of looting where organized mobs were smashing into stores. And in Philadelphia, they closed like 6 or 7 state-run Pennsylvania liquor stores in Philly because they were bashing through the windows and stealing all the liquor. So Meatball, she live streamed some of the looting. And she was all smiling and laughing, and now guess what? She's crying in her mugshot because she's been charged with 6 felonies.
Yeah.
How about that?
Meatball.
Yeah, Meatball is her name. I'm surprised you don't follow her on YouTube, Froggy. You follow 600 other channels.
I have not come across the Meatball.
Yeah. Folks, I have Busch Gardens Howl O Scream tickets to give away. Yeah, this is a nice package. So 4 tickets to Howl O Scream now through October 31st on select nights. You'll also get a parking pass, and you'll also get the recommendation that you stop off at Mel's Hot Dogs, although you have to pay. All right, so let's go caller 21 right now, 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. That gets you in. Caller 21 right now, and you got the 4-pack and parking passes for Howl O Scream at Busch Gardens for a very nice and lovely time. Folks, have a great weekend. You need to get a hold of me. give me a buzz up on Instagram. You can direct message me at Certified MJ Radio. Also, give me a follow. What am I going to do this weekend? Well, maybe I'll put it on Instagram. Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow, or you can always email me at mj@mjmorningshow.com. That's my private personal email. Folks, have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday morning. I'm headed to Target right now to get a new TV for the studio with Max, the chief engineer. And do me a favor, this weekend, folks, let's be careful out there.